Saturday at the ICC tournament for those that are still bowling. Congratulations. We are using 17 and 18 and 29 and 30 for this round. Practice lanes are 13 and 14 and 35 and 36. So if you have to warm up and get ready to get into your match, those are your lanes. Good luck, everybody. Good bowling. The next balls are going to count. Have fun.
And good morning, everybody. My name is Greg Gouillart, and I'm alongside Kevin Burns here, bringing you the first match today of Saturday. This is the quarterfinals of the ICC International Tournament. And Kevin, we've got two stacked teams here, Maria Subs and Team Massachusetts, we'll call them today. They go by a different name, but...
Yeah, I would say let's keep it G for the ratings.
You were watching quite the match last night, weren't you?
That was so back and forth. I thought that Maria Subs was going to lose, but they came out strong. Craig Holbrook, Bobby Whitcomb threw a 145 string. A lot of strikes for them, and that's what really gave them the match.
Well, we're about to begin the next one. This is Chris Harris on lane number 18. And we're underway on this Saturday, November 12th, from Academy Lanes in Haverhill, Massachusetts. Pete Crawford on lane 17. You see him there with triangle number 3.
I like Chris Harris shot a little bit better. Triangles really don't go.
Sweep the wood, yes he does.
Nice pitch to start off for Chris Harris.
Triangle converts. Matching marks. Nobody woke up on the wrong side of the bed.
I think that was me. Anyway, we do have another partner on our broadcast. Anthony Karen is going to fill us in on what goes on with Bob Lee and Paul Granted this morning.
So programming note, there are 2 matches in progress right now. You can see that on Candlepin Bowling Network as well. In addition to the match Kevin mentioned just now, those are spare fills here. That's 3 for Harris and 6 for Crawford.
Early 6-pin lead for Massachusetts.
That's back in the pocket for Harris. Good pins.
Greg, I don't know if you know, I went solo last night with the match I covered, and it was fun, but a lot of hard work.
Well, hopefully you all enjoyed it too. It premiered late last night. Bob Lee ever enthusiastic about getting the matches there just, as fast as possible. We want you all to see it as soon as possible. Here's a third balls coming up for each. 9.
9 for Chris Harris. That brings him 22 after...
After 2, yep.
After 2, yeah. Pete Crawford is 24 after 2. And we're really 2-pin lead. So the Massachusetts team is being represented by one of my home links, if you dare notice.
Which is ironically...
Leader links.
In Nashua, New Hampshire.
Exactly.
Brian Fuller Jr.
Starts out with the bomb.
Austin Barnes, lane 17.
Austin Barnes threw a double strike last night. I did Crawford Jr. That's why they're in this match tonight, this morning.
Austin Barnes got substituted in the second string and went 265 for 2 strings. Spare! With shots like that, I can see why.
It was kind of hard to cover both matches because I was so focused on the one I was covering. But it was a real good match I get for the team for the Mass team.
Fuller's here. That's 8 on the first ball. By the way, the action will shift to lanes 19 and 20 for the next round, the semifinals, which is why we've stationed here for the time being, and then we'll swivel over, give you an over-the-top view of everything.
The winner of this match goes up against the first place team of Lucky Strike, who dominated the qualifier.
Oh, Barnes with a great bounce-back shot. After getting just 4 and leaving the Chester Cove Special, came back with a beauty. Fuller pins out 9, and he's off to a good start with 27.
And Austin Barnes is at 24, working on a spare.
It's a slight advantage to Massachusetts. Now Craig Holbrook. And Nick Leach after that. Half Worcester left.
Craig Holbrook is in the Hall of Fame. Has quite the resume.
And still not just making, but dominating on world scenes.
True. Nice out. Almost converts to half Worcester.
Had a 373 triple in the last round.
Like I said, Craig threw a 145. So with a 9. And Nick converts to side cell triangle for a 10.
Just to know, folks, we do have the chat open, so hopefully the stream is coming through well. Looks like it is on my end, but do tell. Hopefully you are enjoying this. And if you really enjoy it, please like the video and please subscribe to Candlepin Bowling Network for great shots like this by Craig Holbrook. Striking the second. Ooh, too full.
Is the Eagle plus the 9. Saw a lot of those last night too, Greg.
Gotta be so perfect with your angles here. If you've crossed over, you'll leave the 5-pin. Just that little bit, or even thinner than that, then the head pin just flies away.
Yeah.
Academy is tough but fair that way. Leach needed an out and got it. 9.
Here comes Soucy against another Hall of Famer, Bobby Witt.
Someone's imitating a rooster. Get the troops rallied.
Yesterday his hair was actually light blue. Believe it or not.
For those of you who's watching this match for the first time, you're watching the last day of coverage, so the best matches are soon to come. 3 strings, total pinfall. You can see the game total, of course, matches the total since it's the first string, but that will change soon enough.
Bobby with a cluster of 5. Skip lob by that, but he got a break.
Sometimes those skip lobs change the angle a little bit and cause the ball to enter at a funny angle. Oh, look at this!
Oh, what a bid.
Didn't expect those pins to topple one at a time there. Wow!
Matt Soucy was the winner of the ASC this past year, and he's been on fire. I've seen him bowl in his league. He's just killing it this year. A 9 points for Bobby Witt.
He can be
an 8 for Matt Soucy.
I think as Matt Soucy goes, so goes the team. He can either be really up or really down depending on the day. And when he is up, he throws huge, huge strings.
I can't wait till Easter to see what he does on Easter.
And I don't mean that to sound like he's inconsistent. That's my bad wording if so. He's won big tournaments like the 10-stringer at Leda Lanes.
He's usually in the top 20 in the Easter Classic as well.
Soucy. Now see, did he cross over in that? I regret I couldn't tell from this angle, but...
He leads the 5-7-10. Bobby Witt has a 3-1 split.
Both with interesting wood. The wood's behind for Whitcomb, trying to shoot it over and went around the 6 somehow.
Somehow the 6 stayed up on that.
The wood's available for Matt Soucy. It's almost in line with the 5-pin. I don't see how he translates it over to the 7.
I can see it being on an eagle.
Oh!
Converse it. What a shot by Matt Soucy.
And that's why he's up there.
And that's why we're back here. Great, this is actually what, our second match working together, I think?
Exactly. We're also at the Friday Night Pro League, yep. Anchor time. John Winchell, Joey Lister.
In terms of marks, you have a mark from Matt Soucy and Arson Barnes, which gives Matt a little bit of an advantage as John Winchell drops 8. Joey Lister buries the pocket, leaves the diamond.
little thin on that, perhaps.
I like. Oh, you played it right where I would have. Try to cut it over.
It did get across, but jumped behind. Lister! Right
Roll
through
to
the
full.
middle of it.
Oh, wait.
Here comes the ball.
Wait, here comes the.
But it's losing all kinds of momentum, bumping into the wood. Unfortunately, no go.
If it hit the piece of wood a little bit harder, you probably would have made the shot. Yeah, 10 for John Winchell. Mashing 10 for Joey Lister.
Well, answer that in here for you folks. And we've seen how these margins can really... Pins can make the margin. It was a 9-pin win for Massachusetts to get their upset.
And it was like a 33-pin win for Maria Subs last night. John Winchell first ball. Buries the pocket. He leaves 4-pin. Joey Lister is just off. He leaves the 1, the 3.
1, 2, 8, 10.
Okay.
It's tough to tell from here. It's
Yeah.
I wouldn't, I wouldn't dare show you up, Kevin.
Oh, you better not.
Spare!
Right in the face for John Winchell.
Ooh!
Oh, punches the headband straight back.
Second time Lister's got that. He's accurate on the objectives, though, so
just fine, just a little adjustment, and the shots was up.
more natural fluctuation. That's 9.
19 after 2, 20 in a ball for John Winchell.
We'll show the folks the full scoreboard here. So we are counting marks as well, as Kevin was doing earlier. So that's 2 marks apiece here. So you can see tight margins here.
Without the marks, it's a 2-pin lead for Maria Subs.
Pretty much a true 2-pin lead. Holbrook strike it obviously like a little bit more here.
Pete Crawford on lane 18. First ball, just off the head pin. Let the shot I think Chesko could make.
Yep, that's right. That's his favorite again.
Chris Harris with a 9 drop. No offense to Dave Chesko, nice guy.
Ooh!
Oh, we're right between.
He's done work with us on CBN. Love nothing more for New England Candlepins to come back. Ooh! And Harris lets that one get away.
Nice 10 by Pete Crawford. 34 after 3. 31 after 3 for Chris Harris.
So we'll stick with the power of the first ball there, essentially.
Good, believe it or not, this is my first time actually being at the Worlds. Crawford with a 9-pin drop, leads a 7-pin. Chris Harris just off the head pin, he leads the 1 and the 10.
Yes.
With a spare.
Second one.
44 at the 4, working on Mark. Chris Harris.
Yes.
Oh, what a shooter! He missed the object pin, played the wood, and the wood came back, took out the head pin, and the ball took out the 10.
He's given quite the reaction there. He was like, thank goodness that carried.
Hey, Greg, Devin. Little update over there. Academy Lanes with an early 15-pin lead plus 3 balls after 1 time through the order.
Both quarterfinal matches are in progress right now in Candlepin Bowling Network. Paul Grant's with the call on the other side, and Bob Lee as well for that matter. Thanks for stopping by.
I assume that your team will be is facing Lucky Strike. You've announced that.
That's right.
Yes.
And ours will be facing the MCW Outlaw Rides. See you soon.
Thank you, Bob, for that update. Austin Barnes almost convert the.
At 1-2-9-10 he had there. 6 fill.
Beer's way more important.
Arson Barnes plays the 10. Fuller Jr. goes wide left. 35 after 3 for Fuller Jr. Arson Barnes with a 40 after 3.
Essentially up by a full mark at this stage. His team Massachusetts.
7 in the match, plus whatever marks they had to fill.
Maria Subs hasn't. Got my wires crossed for a second there. 1-3-7-8 for Barnes.
Can you have the opposite loop?
Hey!
And another hammer for Brian Fuller Jr.
Had one in the first, now one in the fourth. Fuller had a 338 triple last match and could have more here based on just that start. Good sticks for Barnes. Never got the head pin, but got everything else.
Well, we're going to have our hands full with the next match because, like I said, winner of this team is facing against Lucky Strike, who dominated the team part.
I can't count the 3, but that's 10, so Barnes actually has not left a single pin standing.
Perfect game. The unconventional way. Craig Holbrook working on a strike. Nick Leach is open.
Look at
he
the
got lucky on that.
big sidewall carom. Holbrook could use one of those. He's on a spare. On a strike, excuse me. That could have been relevant. They're still falling. That tapped the 4. 9 fill in the first. Spare.
Spare for Nick Leach.
His first.
Spare on strike for Craig Holbrook.
We'll see those both filled right now. Top 5 teams qualify to the division winners, Team Outlaws and Team Lucky Strike, both bypassed everything all the way to the semifinals, which will be up next on lanes 19 and 20.
Arson with a 7 in his spear. No, Nick with a 7 in his spear. You know, I know everybody is so hard to know their names by heart.
Grabbed a tiny piece of the head pin. Holbrook likewise. It's a sort of hit from a crossover, you would think. 5, 7, 8, 10. There's a chance there with the wood available. Triangle 2. Yes!
2 marks there will for Nick Leach.
Back to back. I think Holbrook's got a chance at this one, but didn't get the 5. Caroming ball on the plate.
Ball goes into the gutter. Holbrook with a 9 for a 54 after 4.
A lot of bowlers on Maria's subs with 2 marks so far.
And it's still a very, very close match, regardless of the marks.
Yep, 3 marks to 3 right now.
Hall of Famer Bobby Witt is up on lane 17. Matt Soucy is up on lane 18.
Going to get some of that resolution now.
Soucy with a 4 fill. Oh, Bobby Witt.
Oh!
Got a couple extra.
It's a tough house, but the sidewalls are lively here. If you throw a powerful shot, sometimes you'll get that little bit extra.
Matt takes everything but the but 1.
That's a spare.
For Bobby Witt.
Everyone on Team Maria's subs has a mark.
Soucy with the 10, 32 after 3.
Four people on a mark with Maria's. 2 for Massachusetts, and now Maria's starting to get a bit of an advantage here, Kevin.
It's like I said, Whoever goes up against Lucky Strike is going to have the hands. 9-pin drop for Massachusetts leads the 10-pin.
This is one of those games where seeding matters the least, I would say. Just in Candlepin bowling, you just never know. Although Team Lucky Strike having only lost one string effectively.
Actually, they lost 2. They went. They almost went perfect. They lost like 4 points out of whatever was available. Soucy with the spare.
This would be something. The 8-pin was back there
Get
too.
over.
Whitcomb tapped the 4.
Oh,
And it's wobbling there and won't drop.
nice offer on Bobby Witt. Real nice offer.
Whitcomb waiting for the wobbling to stop before firing at that. Sometimes it affects the dynamics of the shot. Nine box brings him to 42. It is a 1-pin match right now.
In favor of Maria Subs. Winchell is working on a spare.
Joey Lister. Head pin!
Buries the pocket, lead the solid 5-pin.
That's the sort of shot.
And Winchell leads a diamond. 6 in the spare.
Winchell and Whitcomb, both of those deliberate cross lane shots. Hey!
Oh, what a shot.
Count it! Count it!
He didn't even touch the 5-pin.
Put it on the board.
Winchell just off. Winchell and Brian Fuller Jr. was part of the money match up at Exeter Lanes. They went five in a row. They got knocked out.
Simply incredible. You can watch that here on Candlepin Bowling Network.
And also we have the Candlepin for Cancer live stream coming up on December 18th.
Another stepladder tournament out of Portsmouth Bowlerama.
I just got an update from Anthony Karen. Harry Allstars has a 6-pin lead as Joey Lister just drops a hammer.
Big time momentum surge. Everybody on the roster says marks, and Joey Lister making his impression known.
John Winchell leads the Calary.
Remember, programming note, folks, both matches are in progress right now. Both quarterfinal matches, I should say.
And we will keep you updated for those of you who are trying to watch both matches. What's going on with Harry's All-Stars and Academy Wings.
Which could use these pins here. That's good. To this point, Team Massachusetts has knocked down 5 more actual pins to this point, so Winchell making sure that margin doesn't get too out of hand here. We'll take a look at the full scoreboard here. 4 marks to 2. Team Massachusetts pouring it on here.
Kevin Burns and Greg here from the Academy Wings at the ICC bowling tournament.
Greg Goo, I like that.
Yeah.
My sister went by that, actually.
Yeah. Well, I could call you Gregory, but I'm not going to go that far.
Gregory.
Chris Harris with Calary left.
Trying to get some resolution. Look at this!
Big Crawford with a 9-fill on his spare.
That creates an edge right there. So atop the marks advantage, atop the team marks advantage, Team Massachusetts already had that fill advantage. Also now this good leave, but Crawford's wide.
Chris Harris just missed me converting the Calary. He leads a 8-pin. Yeah, he still leads the 8-pin. He converts for the 10. 63 after 5.
Where am I off?
And
Scores are correct.
okay. Oh, look at this. Look at
Yes!
this. What a... The 7 and the 8 with the last to go.
And Chris Harris delivers. Strikes on the board all over the place. Harris and Fuller for Marias, Joey Lister for Team Massachusetts.
Somebody on Academy Lynch just got a strike. That's probably why we heard a lot of noise.
Only other match here in the blue section of Academy Lanes, Haverhill, Massachusetts. Crawford spun out of the wood and needs an out.
This is a tough shot. You have to go for the 2. You can't go for the 5. You went after the 5 because it was going to try and have the ball ricochet into the 4 pin. But a 71 after 6, that's not bad.
Mass has an advantage here.
Let's not forget, Fuller Jr. is working on a strike. Austin Barnes is known for throwing doubles. He threw one last night.
Yeah, the more strikes we see, the more likely it is something might happen to one of them. That's not a bad hit.
Oh, look at this. Look at this.
I see that 4.
That was a perfect hit.
The old what was wrong with that shot.
Exactly. All right, this is the 3rd time in a row Austin Barnes had this shot.
Boy, it would stymie to... Fuller thought he could spin the gears there, but there was too much wood behind. Got that 9th pin, though, and that's on the strike. Oh, a sidewall bounce! And Barnes spares!
And Fuller with the 10. 64 after 5.
Update the mark situation. You see it there, folks.
2 pin. 2 pin. This is going to go right back into Mass's favor.
Yeah, Mass has 4 marks working, and they're all coming up right now.
Brian Fuller with an 8-pin drop leads to 4 and a 7.
Let's crossover us. We got a piece of the 5. That could be big. Oh, look at this!
9-pin drop for Austin Barnes. 9 on the spear.
And a 69 half. I mean, Barnes didn't roll 3 strings. He only rolled 2, so he still has one more good one in the tank. The triple.
Fuller cherried it.
Yeah, too bad he stumped right into the cap and it went straight back. Yes!
And another spear for Austin Barnes.
4 marks in 6 boxes.
Fuller Jr.'s high single is a 224. He did that at Riverwalk Lanes when it was the old Lafayette Lanes. He's also the anchor for the Friday Night Pro League team out of Riverwalk. Hall of Famer Craig Holbrook and Nick Leach are up on 17 and 18 respectively.
Leach is on a spare.
That's true. Holbrook in the pocket. Like, oh, yeah, it does. Another strike for Craig Holbrook.
2 strikes and a spare.
Nick leads the diamond. And by the way, diamonds are not your best friend in Candlepin bowling, by the way.
25%, 1 and 4. Ooh!
He almost made that 25%.
The way Nick's going, you thought that had a chance.
In a 10 for Nick. Holbrook. Got a break. He broke up the Caleri, but he leaves the 4 horsemen on the left side.
Good thing to run down to continue to fill the strike he just got.
Nick leads at 7 and 8. Favorable work for Nick.
Good chance to build on that 62 half. Holbrook missed the head pin, but got everything else, so good count on the strike. .73 half for the Hall of Famer.
Unbelievable.
Yes!
Fair for Nick Leach for 72 after 6. Working on a mark.
An accurate shot to...
And the Hall of Famer makes the 10. Greg, I commentated with Anthony Karen the match at the Miss Rose between Holbrook and Tom Olsen. That was a real good match. Greg Holbrook finally got his revenge on the greatest of all time.
Understandably, one of the highest rated matches we've seen. I hear Tom Olsen might have a little more time to do Candlepin coming up, so we'll see.
I just found out that he went back to Florida. He'll be back up in the summer. Bobby Witt with an 8-pin drop. Well, this is a tough shot. He has the 4 and the 6. The wood can work as long as he sprays.
Spare fill for Soucy is 3.
I love his nickname, though.
Oh, Matt.
Go.
Oh,
what
yes!
a shot! What a shot!
Spin it over. Thank you very much. Chance for a 60-ish half.
Don't you love Matt Soucy's nickname? They call him Doc.
Doc.
Yeah,
Soucy, yeah. That's how he has it on the copy scoreboard here. Neat spins. Somehow only got 1 despite hitting the wood.
Little full. 53 after 5. 53 half. He's on pace for being over his average.
Yeah.
He is carrying over a 120 average at leader, though.
A difference of 3 in the pinning, but you see how tight the match is right now.
But you still have a couple knots to fill.
Whitcomb could put a weight on the scale here. Here it is! Yes, he did. That's 9. 9 pins wobbling. Got hit by the cap, not
You know
so
what's
much.
funny? 9 pins fell, and the only pin that stayed up is the 9 pin.
9, 9, 9.
9s are good.
9s are fine.
I actually like Bobby's width better than Matt Soucy's, believe it or not. With that blink, it's going.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, gone.
Hit the barn door.
61. A 61 half for Bobby Witt. 2 Hall of Famers are well in the way to over a 120 string. And Matt leads the headpin for a 62 after 6.
Count marks real quick here. 2 to 3 right now in favor of Team Mass. Joey Lister filling a strike, of course.
There's a full 4-pin lead for Marine South without the mark.
High caliber.
Winchell with an 8 drop. A baby split.
Ooh!
Joey leads the check mark.
A thin hit, I guess.
Greg, which shot do you like better?
Winchell's. That wood is wired. There it is.
Over it.
Lister needs to show us a shot here.
Just missed the edge up and took up the 5.
And that will be 7. Needs it this time. Okay, 8.
56 after 5, 64 after 6.
So essentially you got 15 pins in that one box, essentially. So profits by 5 pins. Keeps the margin tight, though.
This is a real tight match. And like I said, last night, the match I did was back and forth between Pricewood Floors and Maria Subs.
Spare fill. Winchell didn't get much of a...
But as you can tell, Maria Subs did come out victorious, which is why they're here today.
Maria's defeated Price by 25 pins. Mass defeated A+ Accounting, a shocking upset by 9 pins. Though again, is any upset truly shocking in this game? Hey, Bale! Oh, Lister got the sticks, but not the 7.
And it's like I said, it was a very, very, very tight match. All the way down.
And Academy defeated New England Flooring by a bunch. And Harry's All-Stars has also advanced 18-23 to 17-19. 8 and 9. Lister gets a pin. We'll update that and show you everything. And there you see everything. 2 marks to 2 right now. 3 pins and Boy, there is just nothing in it right now. Both teams have exactly 13 marks right now.
And there's no big difference at the moment. P. Crawford leads to Caleri. Chris Harris drops 7, but he's working on a strike.
That's in there!
Oh, nice offer. Nice offer.
Good to get those pins, though. It could have left a vicious third ball, but Crawford put a good shot on it. Harris, filling the strike, got 8.
And that will bring him at 73 after 5. Well, after 6. P. Crawford with an 81 after 7. Harris with an 8. 81 after 7. Well, Pete and Crawford are tied box to box.
Two pins picked up by Crawford there. I mentioned that second ball was a very good shot, and it's making a tiny difference right now.
Oh, Crawford with a 9 drop leads to 5.
And where tiny differences could have a big outcome. Woods coming back.
Leads to 2 pin.
Singles for each.
That one got away from him. Pete is like, I can't believe I missed that. Wow, Harris just hit the cap.
There we go. The suspense thickens, if that's how the saying goes.
Actually, no, it's the price thickens. 91 at the 8 for Pete Crawford. 91 at the 8 for Chris Harris.
The plot mounts, Kevin.
Yes, it does. And we have 2 marks to fill for the Mavs, who are being represented by Lita Lanes this year. Normally they're represented by Academy, but Lita decided to sponsor them.
Why not? Well, there was a Team Academy in the tournament.
Oh, spread eagle by Austin Barnes.
No, I beg your pardon. Academy's in the other matchup right now. Live right now on Candlepin Bowling Network.
Full at least a triangle.
Lost in that. Barnes has a 4-fill, now needs pins.
Arson just went right through the uprights.
Now we're into a battle of attrition here. Same number of marks. That's good.
Good out. That's a real good out. Fuller Jr. converts for a 10. 83 after 7 for Fuller Jr.
So all told, it does mean Austin Barnes profits just that little bit more. Filled 4, left 3, so.
It's still a very, very close match, Greg.
Team Lucky Strike waiting in the balance for the winner of this match. Team Outlaws waiting in the wings for the winner of Academy versus Harry's. Oh boy.
Arson's.
This is a fun game of which would you rather.
Give me the 7-10 split any day of the week.
With that wood in front, you reckon?
Well, if you play that wood just right, you might get something out the wall to take out the 10.
Guns right side!
He did exactly what I would have done.
Helicoptered it off to the sidewall, but just nothing took. Oh, how about
What
that?
a shot by Fuller Jr.
Surprise me, that's the shot that goes.
Oh, what a shot by Arson. He converts the 7-10 split.
It was on.
He just played the wrong piece of wood because he got the carom that he was looking for.
The day someone figures out the exact science of sidewall caroms, the day I
Please
think we'll
give
see
us
someone
a call.
averaging 150 or something like that. You just never know.
Well, somebody should give us a call about that.
The phone's ringing. Strike on spare! Nick Leach! Heating up.
Hall of Famer's up. Trying to answer. Leads the spread eagle minus the 3.
Still 14 marks each right now.
Good out by Holbrook.
A prudent shot come to the right side to take out the 6 and 10. 92 through 7 apiece.
But Nick is working on a strike. That's 2 extra balls.
Chance to bust now into the 130s. They had 3-14 in the last match, so this will definitely be an improvement. Good mix.
Arson Barnes is already at 100 after 8. Oh, Holbrook. Is it going to go? It's wiggling. It's wiggling. Holbrook is trying to get it to go.
On the outside, 8-pin drops.
3 marks in a row. A 102 to 112.
Stack another 20 on it.
Holbrook. Oh, too much wood.
Yeah, too much of a good thing.
That's the thing about Candlepin bowling, Greg, is that sometimes the wood can be your friend. Sometimes it can be your worst nightmare.
You said it, Kevin. Once Holbrook strips away the wood, that's 10. Yeah, great pinning overall. Everyone's losing less than a pin per frame, which is where you want it to be.
It's a 3-pin lead, but Whitcomb is working on a mark.
There's basically nothing in it in the pinning. It's like 1 pin difference in that department. So,
yeah, we have a mechanical breakdown on lane 18.
pause the recording here real quick. And I will pull up some statistics here. So the top 5 teams qualified from each of the left and right divisions. We played round robins, 22 comparisons essentially. And Team Lucky Strike 84-4 to take the top spot in the left division. Team Outlaws 68-20 to take the top spot in the right division. Rounding out left was A+ Accounting at 68-20. Maria's subs you see here. Harry's All-Stars, both Maria's and Harry's All-Stars with 56-32. And New England Flooring 46-42 to round out the top 5. Maria's and Harry's have advanced. And then on the right division, Team Academy 64-24. Bowling Ball Mafia 59-29. Price's Wood Flooring, who won the U.S. Invitational the last time we had a comparable tournament, if not international. And Team Massachusetts, you see here, 54-34.
Well, as we wait for staff here at Academy to face 18, I just want to mention that this is the first year in 3 years that the Canadians came down to participate in this tournament. This tournament happens roughly every second week in November. And I believe next year is up in Canada, but I could be wrong.
Moncton, I'm told, if I overheard correctly.
Well, I haven't been here all week. I've been busy doing my other job.
Yeah, same, but I've been watching the streams from afar, and what a pleasure it is to have this newfound audience. I'm not talking just Newfoundland audience. I'm kidding.
All that I can say is our producer and our executive producer, Bob Lee, has gone above and beyond to make Candlepin Bowling come back on TV in a sense.
Grateful to have the chance. I mean, we're honestly really spoiled to have the chance to watch this. And of course, what a pleasure it is. My favorite part is bringing it to all you fine folks, no matter where you are in the world right now.
We hope that you do watch on December 18th. Sean Baker is the top seed. I don't know who the second seed is, but I know that's going to be one heck of a match. It's a good ladder this time around too.
All right, we'll unpause this because it looks like the action's resuming right now.
All right, back to the action. Soucy and Bobby Witt is working on a mark. Soucy's working is open at the moment. Academy leads carries by 480 to 450 after 8 frames. And I want to thank Anthony Karen for that.
Anthony Karen, our roving reporter. Whitcomb 2. Same lead for both.
Half whistle left side.
Soucy, oh, what a huge shot!
Soucy converts to half Worcester. Wow, what a shot.
So pretty to see that pin fly across the gap.
My least favorite shot on the deck. Clipped eagle for Bobby Witt. The 1, the 4, the 6, 7, 10.
Needs these pins. There's nothing in this match right now.
No.
This is pretty when it converts.
This is pretty when it goes.
Oh, that's a good shot. That's 9.
Is he going to do it? Nice offer, though. That's a good out. 82 after 8. 73 after 6 for Bobby Witt.
Could have so easily punched the head pin and lost 4. Instead, the damage is limited to just 1.
Best part is he hit the head pin down low, and he wasn't able to carry it. 7 in the mark for a Soucy. Bob Witt punches through that one. He leads the eagle minus the 10.
There we go again. Bobby Whitcomb is usually a good pinner. Got to show that off again here. Soucy, oh, ripped the 2 pins in front.
Oh, is it going to go?
Tap the 9.
The head pin was in the pit and it tapped the wood.
Whitcomb was a body English on that one. That's such an old-fashioned term, body English. But he really wanted that pin to go.
If there was bonus money at stake for body English, I think Bobby Witt would get the most. Cherry's another 9, 91 after 8.
Yeah, all his opens have been 9s. Interesting. John Winchell, Joey Lister. Lister to bowl first. Remember, it's 3 strings total pinfall. No more points in the playoffs right here. Winner moves on to face Lucky Strike in the semifinals, who has a bye. And will be bowling their first match of the playoffs coming up next.
And the loser will come back next year.
Lister got 6, 4 horsemen right. Winchell! Good hit, 4-8.
Give me the 4-8 any day of the week.
I mean, the horseman again has the pretty.
You have to hit the head pin and make the 4 horsemen. Doesn't matter if you're inside or outside. You still have to hit the head pin.
Winchell could possibly trip on the plank, but the easiest way is to just hit the 4 now. Here it comes. Yes.
All over it. Played it just how you were supposed to. Hit the 4 flush and went straight back, took out the apron. And Joey with the 10. You can't get any closer than this, Greg.
Who's too high?
Joey crossover leads a cluster of 4 on the left.
Just realized a entry I made. I entered a fill too soon, so 475 to 455 is correct. Team Masters.
And a half Worcester for John Winchell, 2 on the mark. I'll bring him at 80 after 8, after 7. Oh, Joey just missed that. He had it just right.
Those gosh darn back pins.
We call them sleepers.
Yeah. Pins might matter here. Half Worcester is not easy to pin out. Winchell does very well with it. 5 pins, stands up.
The half Worcester is one of those shots that doesn't go all the time. You have to have a very, very decent ball for it to go. And Joey Lister makes a 10. $89 after 8 for John Winchell.
Let's show everything here. 485, 466 is confirmed. One spare working apiece. Marks are winding down here, and the pins are starting to become more significant, though. Marias will want to tack on a couple more here. I think the issue with it is right now, Kevin, is its fill quality, essentially. Both sides of 16.
It's coming down to the fills almost. Peter with a 9-pin drop to Chris Harris's 8.
Getting that little bit of extra action. Spare, what a great shot. Utilizing the wood to perfection.
And of course, Peter matches it. There's still tie, 101, plus the ball after 9.
Well, if you want to make a difference in the bonuses right now, which is currently a 15 bonus pin advantage for Team Mass, which is part of the reason the lead is starting to open up here, here's a chance to do that. Harris can do it, and did he ever? The lead is a disaster, but he's got a good 8 count.
And of course, Peter matches him on the fill by a different lead.
Aha. 3 strings, still plenty to go. He's bidding for it.
Whoa.
It got halfway, at least 3/4 of the way across before hitting the curtain. Oh, just wide.
I thought Peter had that. Peter has.
Crawford could in 120s easily right now. Or 130s, I should say.
Maybe 130.
He's having a good.
Chris Harris with a 119. Same for Pete Crawford. 119 for Chris Harris and Peter Crawford in string 1. Maria Sub versus Mass here at Academy Lanes. Second round of the playoffs.
How interesting. It's 4 marks to 3 in favor of Chris Harris, but Crawford got better count on his, so that's how they end up tied.
Fuller Jr. with a 9-pin drop.
On the spare.
I said it last time, Fuller Jr. does have a home field advantage. He bowls out of here on Tuesday nights. Austin takes 3 more after after being off the headpin.
Oh, it's there.
Fuller with a spare.
Thank goodness it stumped on the cap there.
10-pin lead plus a ball for Nick Leach.
Look at that power.
Did that pin just come back about 15 feet out of the pit?
Ridiculous.
Right in the face. Whoa, just missed it. A 109 for Austin Barnes. Austin Barnes threw, what did you throw for last night? Like a 240 something?
265 through 2 strings.
Which is
132 average.
Which is Tommy Osa type pool. Well, back in Osa's heydays.
Could still get 120s here. He's got 1 box left. Fuller fills 8. The wood's there.
The wood is very, very favorable for this 5-10.
It's moving forward of the 5.
Austin Barnes leads a 7-10 split. And I hate to say it, not one piece of wood. If he...
Yes!
Fuller Jr. with 3 marks in a row.
130s and going 11. Barnes.
Austin Barnes made this clean, almost made this clean a couple boxes ago.
He reacted like he wanted it.
He almost tried to hit again.
It bounced. 118, 4-mark string for Austin Barnes.
Fuller Jr. is working on a spare.
2 strikes, 3 spares. And all of them, like 8.5 average on his fills right now. How about this one?
How about 5 fill? For 135 first string for Brian Fuller Jr.
Considering the fills are slowing down, that's not bad at all.
It's still a very, very close game, folks. It's a 5-pin lead.
And still 2 more to add on.
In favor of Maria Subs over Mass.
Holbrook has a spare working. There it is.
Holbrook with 8. Actually, Holbrook didn't have a spare. It was $10.
Oh, I see. Is that?
Yep.
So I have that right. Leach got a 7 count, and that should bring me up to date. We'll wait for CompuScore to do that. This is correct as you see it on your screen.
Holbrook with a 10 for a 112. Nick Leach 7-10 split. Went in the gutter. Luckily nothing took anything out. 127 after 9.
It's a tie string.
And believe it or not, Nick Leach is pushing 137. If he gets a mark, he's looking at maybe 150 straight.
High 140, certainly.
Holbrook with a 7 drop.
At least there it is. He's got a chance here.
Both of them are spare leads. The 1 to 3 and the 7 and the 1 2 7. Holbrook makes his clean.
That is a spare for Craig. Chance for 130s on his end. Leach, yes!
Leach makes it. Ladies and gentlemen, we are so tied here. 2 marks to fill. Holbrook and Nick Leach. 556 total. And it's all going to come down to the mark. Whatever the mark is, that's how many they're going to be down by.
Holbrook!
Holbrook drops
Watch the wood.
6. Holbrook drops 6. Nick drops 8, 9. It's going to be. This is a very, very close match, Craig.
Nick Leach, 146. Craig Holbrook, 128.
And it's a 3-pin lead for Mass.
2 strings still to come after this one. Second match also in progress between Team Academy and Team Harry's All-Stars. With Lucky Strike and Outlaws waiting in the wings, having byes to the semifinals.
We will have an update on how Academy and Harry's is doing very soon. And Bobby with an 8-pin drop. Please start. Okay, I'm going to get that right now. Here's the update on Academy and Harry's. Academy is leading 605 to 553 after 1 string. Corey Parker threw a 150, and Tim Douglas, who threw a 194 last night, threw a 153. Talk about
spare! Whitcomb spun the wood.
Talk about close. Soucy with 8.
The call of grab sticks, everyone knows.
Every pin matters right now. It's so close. And there's a 10. 99 after 9. Greg, I've been around these guys for a long time. This is by far the closest I think I've ever seen.
We're in for a good one. There could be an explosion in the next string, but we don't know yet.
It all depends on how the pins react.
Oh, Whitcomb got a big shot.
Get over.
Drops 9 on the spare. Drops 9 on the spare.
All that matters. Soucy leads the Caleri right. They have the full horseman and a 9.
I mean, it could come down to pins. It could come down to a double strike as well. We've seen a lot of strikes. We've seen 7 between the 2 sides.
Seen a lot of spares. Oh, Bob just missed. Oh, Bob wants that ball back.
Soucy just missed but got sticks, so 9 or 10 for the 2 of them. Whitcomb has his 120.
After throwing a 145 last night, Matt with a 109.
109.
Very close. 591 to 585. And 2 bosses to go for our anchors. John Winchell and Joey Lester. Winchell Leads the starter on the right side. Oh, Joey leads at 5-7. He has wood. One of them is angled towards the 5. One of them is angled on the 5-7. And you have a piece of wood way out in front.
Yeah, intersection of wood to the right side of the 5. We've seen a lot of these shots where it just doesn't drive back.
Oh, usually here they do drive back.
Yes!
Joey played that right where he had to. He had to play that on the cap. If he didn't play on the cap, it wasn't going to go.
But if your hit's too thin, you get punished with these pins. 9.
This is going to come down to Joey's fill.
For control of this string,
595 to 600. Joey's working on a mark.
remember, no points for strings. It'll just be 3 strings total pinfall. Winner advances.
And the loser comes back next year.
Hey, there's a hit. He
He
thought. He's on the pocket.
What a lead. What a lead. 5 on the spear for,
Aha!
there's the 5. That ties you up.
What is available for Lister? It's pretty flat. I'm not sure. Not sure if it's necessarily helping. Sorry.
I'm going to go for the 2-pin on this on Joey's shot, but on John's shot, I don't know how to play it. He tried to play the 4 and cut it over.
There's not really much to do. Just some prudent pins is really all you can do at that point. Uh-oh.
Oh boy. Joey needs the out because John is up 2 for the box. Still up 2 for the box for 106.
Hey, that's 8.
116. Tied even. 608 to 608. After one string, we have a tie, folks.
There we go. Second string beginning in just a moment. That's Kevin Burnsy here. My name is Greg Gouillart on behalf of Candlepin Bowling Network. For more great bowling content like this, please subscribe on YouTube. It's free with a Google or YouTube account. Just by hitting the subscribe button there, and then you'll be always in the loop on our future videos.
You can also find information about Candlepin Bowling Network on Facebook on Candlepin Chat. P. Crawford with jobs 2.
Let's go, keep it going.
Chris Harris has 7. We are starting on second string right now. We are in a tie ball game, folks.
There we go.
And we are still tied. Pete takes 1 for an 8. Chris Harris takes 2 for a 9.
Oops.
So that's going to bring you up to a 1-pin advantage for Maria Sub after 1.
Keep talking, Kevin. I'm just updating the scoreboard.
Yeah, go.
You don't have to.
Pete Crawford buries the pocket, drops 8. He has the 4-10. Piece of wood behind the 4.
We've seen
Chris
that.
Harris drops 7. The 2, the 5, and the 10. He has a piece of wood on an angle that should take out the 10-pin.
We've seen this backwood help sometimes. Crawford jumps it over.
Jumped it over, but it was too far in front.
I was hoping the pin would ride the rails there. Tough shot.
Chris Harris.
Ooh!
I'm surprised that didn't go. That should have went. Yeah, a piece of wood that was right behind.
All right, single pins now. That's 9.
9 for Crawford, 8-17 at the 2. 19 at the 2 for Chris Harris. That's 2 on their lead.
Such a tough. They've been bowling all week here.
It's only a matter of time before you start running out of gas and you start having mental breakdowns. This game is a mind game. Arson Barnes first ball, buries the pocket, drops 8, baby split the 4, the 2 in the 7.
Ooh.
Fuller Jr. with a 9-pin drop leads the 4-pin.
Any mark, any pin could be the one. Spare! Not the way he drew it up, but got a sidewall bounce. There
And
it is.
Fuller with a spare. 2 spares.
Now we're heating up.
Now it's going to get interesting again.
Christmas time, baby. Someone cheers from the gallery.
It's not even Thanksgiving yet.
Yes, please. Order of holidays, people. 9 drop.
Austin Barnes have been on fire since last night. Double strike last night.
You get him 19 at a time. Creates advantages like this against the 5 drop.
Full Lisa Cleary left.
Blank in front. Yes, red line.
All over it. 2 marks in a row for Austin Barnes.
Austin could get used to this. Hey, there's a good shot there, but it doesn't go. Good pins for Fuller.
Brian Fuller Jr. is the son of Hall of Famer Brian Fuller. Comes from a long line of bowlers in his family. And Fuller has a 10 for a 25 after 2. So very tight match, Greg. 1 spare on the board to fill for Mass.
Nick Leach. Greg Holbrook.
Oh, wild ball by Leach. A 2-1 split. Hall of Famer Craig Holbrook.
That's in there!
I can at least a solid 5-pin. Oh,
Had a chance with his left to right ball. It was a pretty straight one, too. Holbrook spares.
that's why he's in the Hall of Fame.
And there's 9 for Nick Leach.
That's why Craig is in the Hall of Fame.
Kevin, you said it. Consistency pays off. 2 marks to 2. So Austin Barnes with a pair of marks himself.
All that you have to do in a big tournament like this is keep it simple. Don't do anything different.
Ooh, big hit.
At least a 7-10 split. He does have favorable wood, though. If you play the red line, that's going to take up to 7, and the ball should ricochet into the 10. Holbrook with a 4-fill.
Yeah, this is the problem. There's 2 extra marks on Maria Subs, but they need bigger bonuses. Here comes this shot.
Oh!
Didn't get the trampoline effect we were after, Kevin.
No, it didn't, but it was set up the way I thought it would have gone. Holbrook has a reverse spread eagle. So much easier hitting that on your first ball than on your third.
No one wants to throw a bad full shot. No one wants to throw this.
No, nobody wants to see this. And Holbrook almost converts it. He leads to 5-8 for an 8-box. 22 after 2 to 19 after 2 for Nick.
Holbrook actually hit it super duper thin, but still has the power and the angle and comes back for an 8.
And here's the funny thing. Austin has a mark in the second, and it's only a 1-pin match in favor of Maria Subs as of right now. But you still have Hall of Famer Bobby Witt and Matt Soucy up. Now Soucy, another Cleary. A lot of Clearys today, Greg. 7-pin job for Bob.
Cleary is kind of a product of the fact if you cross over, you just don't carry that back pin. And, you know, if you cross over on the head pin, you leave the 5. If you cross over and you hit the inner pocket, you leave the 8 or 9. But if you make it like that, who cares? Matt Soucy with his 4th mark of the day. And Whitcomb responds. Three marks and 3.
Now it's going to come down to the fills.
That 1-pin margin is confirmed. 2nd of 3.
But for the team, total. It goes to Maria's house by 1.
Soucy.
Oh, what about... Now, you know how I said the reverse spread eagle nobody wants? Well, if you hit the spread eagle dead on in the first ball, that's what happens.
Whitcomb gains the advantage.
Puts his team ahead. Oh, Matt tried to convert it.
Good sticks. Needs a third ball.
I'm actually looking forward to the next match. Winner of this match goes on to play against Lucky Strike.
Whitcomb spins out on the wood there. Wanted to get it on the red line, but got on a tip of it. Didn't work out. 10. Soucy on the outside of it, protecting the pins. And keeping his profit on the spare.
And 10 for Bob Witt. 28 to 24.
It's deflating to get a spread eagle fill, but by getting a 10 box, it's better than filling with a half Worcester. You know, accurate shooting does get you more of a reward in the end.
Like I always say, no pain, no gain in Candlepin Bowl. It's
Yeah.
all offense. There's no defense in this game at all.
Lister! Strike! How's that for offense? Winchell in there. A little straight in on the pocket. 2, 4, 7, and
3-1
9, I
split.
believe that is.
3-1 split. Just missed the object. John Winchell threw a 106 his first string. For a 9. Lister is working on a strike. This could put the match back into Mass's favor.
Again, I'm still on double watch. It's the 8th strike, and we're not even halfway through. It's got to happen at some point, hasn't it? Look at this, the wood's moving! 6 is wobbling, and the wood is bridging the 3 and 6.
Same lead for John. There's a buzz before. Same exact lead.
Wood's available this time, though. That could change the calculus, so it's quite horizontal, Kevin. I don't know. Lister spares on strike.
30 plus a ball at the 2. Now that I'm looking at John's shot, it might carry.
It does!
It does carry. What a shot by John Winchell. 19 plus a ball at the 2.
All right, let's catch us up here. Take a look, folks. The marks are starting to come in. Team Mass with seemingly a 2-mark advantage at the current moment. It is confirmed 7-2-7 to 7-2-1 at the moment as we start to approach the halfway point. Again, if you like what you're watching, folks, please like the video on YouTube just by hitting that thumbs up button there. All that free with a Google or YouTube account, in addition to subscribing to our channel so you don't miss our future videos. We love bringing you all the great bowling matches, no matter how big.
Or how small.
$95 of you watching right now, thank you so much for your support just by watching. Harris trying to spin the wood.
Harris was a little thin.
Crawford's got to do
Crawford-
something similar!
Crawford makes it
Crawford's been waiting for the...
for the extra carry, so he actually does make it.
He did have that mark in the 9th. He's been waiting a bit.
Chris Harris almost makes the 7-10 split.
At least it's assuring to know it wasn't on necessarily, so...
Yeah.
Take your lumps and on we go. 9 is fine. People always told me in Norwood.
Greg, while we have a second, I do want to mention that the Pro Series is going to be at Riverwalk Wednesday in a couple weeks.
That's right, the 10 stringer.
I will be bowling that.
Very nice.
I'll be doing the Sunday shift. Half Worcester for Pete Crawford, 7 on the 2 on the mark. Chris Harris has a 7 drop.
Ooh.
2 full.
Cherry
2
picks
full,
it.
and he knew it.
Yeah, Crawford disappointed by that, but he's been getting good bonuses overall. I think it's really the first. Yeah, that's only the first time it's gone awry. 9 for Harris. Scratching
Chris
it.
can't believe it. He's like, I hit that perfectly twice. And Pete almost makes a test shot.
Well, 9s are fine all the same. Persistence and consistency is the key.
I don't know if you know, guess who made an appearance here this past week? The legendary Mike Morgan was here.
Morin, yeah?
And Gary Carrington also showed up.
Wait, Mike Morgan or Morin?
Morgan.
Oh, he was.
Yeah.
Because I know Mike Morin also was in that case.
Yeah,
Very
Mike
nice.
Morgan was here as well.
Barnes on a spare fill.
And also Cookie was here. Barnes with an 8 fill. Cookie Richards was here as well. Full junior, a little full.
Mike Morin was selling calendars for Candlepins for Cancer. Great calendars. They have a lot
I
of
will
bowlers'
be in it
birthdays.
next year. I finally gave him my information. I just missed
Ooh.
it. I missed it for this year, but I will be in it next year.
What
And
didn't
Fuller
spin?
Jr., how did that stay up?
Well, sticking with 9. No major accidents to speak of.
Yeah, 9 for Arson Barnes.
You don't-
47 at the 3 to Barnes 34 at the 3.
I'm trying to think if we've had a single bad anything. It looks like
No.
everyone, I mean, generally 8s seem to be the floor. There's 1 7 in there I could see. That's it.
Fuller Jr. knocks out 3.
Barnes full.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Big for 4. The 4, 6, 7, 10. Fuller Jr. at least a high-low jack. Just off the head pin.
Off it twice, needs to make a shot now. Or could go safe with a plank on the left.
I thought he was going to hit that piece of wood out front. That's where you want to hit it. Try and make a helicopter into the Brian Fuller too light on the head pin. 42 at the 4.
They're struggling. They're looking for some way for a shot to go. Some way for the head pin to break apart.
And a 9 bars for Arson Barnes. 56 at the 4.
I mean, you see the battle of attrition here. It's 3 pins different in the pinning department. So, you imagine anyone else doing significantly lower than that, then who knows, but no complaints. This is Craig Holbrook. 4 on the left side.
Nick Leach on the right side. Leads a high-low jack.
On the first ball, that's unusual. Wouldn't that be something?
If Nick Leach makes this shot, I will donate $1 to Candlepins for Cancer.
Alrighty. Oh! That'll cost you 67 cents, Kevin.
Remind me, I owe you. And a
9 and 10.
And a 10. Oh, Nick just gave me a buck.
176.
Anybody who has the high-low jack today and makes it is an
Yeah.
automatic dollar to Candlepins for Cancer.
Yeah. Not that I put you on blast anyway, Kevin. You got a calendar, yeah?
Well, Cancer is one of my charities that I raise money for.
I mean,
And the Jessica Lee for Nick Leach.
we're all affected by it, so it's great to be able to come together and raise money against it.
When I heard that Dan Murphy passed away this past year, it really, really stunned the community.
Yeah, I wish I could have met him.
Nice guy. I actually went through his coaching school, which made me into a better bowler than what I was.
Where was this?
Up at Boatwells in Concord, New Hampshire.
Of course.
Yeah.
The center he owned for many years.
Yep.
Though I believe he, excuse me, in my conversation, but yeah, he went all over with those touring sessions.
And also he was on the tour as well.
Academy's up by 70.
The Caravan Lanes is up by 70 in their strength. In
All
their
right.
match.
I think we've got the tighter margin in ours. Although, never say never. No lead is safe in this game. Whitcomb. Headpin!
Especially where you have. Oh, it's going to carry.
Yeah.
Is it going to go? Is it going to go? Is it going to go? It's wobbling. Nice offer on trying to make a strike by Bobby Witt.
Maria's is standing on their seats imploring that 7-pin to go. Soucy! 5.
Larry, for the 80th time today.
Named after Bob Caleri, who apparently infamously left the sleeve many times. Spare for Bobby Witt.
I actually had the pleasure of meeting Bob Caleri once. Nice guy.
Soucy, that's a prudent shot right there, turning 6 into 8. Sure, we haven't seen a lot of 8s, but he's got the 10 already, so he's effectively going 9 a box. Absolutely fine. Maybe if the match tightens,
23 pins in favor of Mass at the moment. Bobby's working on a spare. Bobby buries. There's a strike on spare for Bobby Witt. 58 after 3.
Soucy got a big hit. He can respond. But Bobby Whitcomb already looking in 120s, and he's not halfway through.
Higher. He's already at 58. It's going to be probably in the 170s if he keeps this pace up.
If he can have another half like that, Soucy Smares to respond.
Now it's going to come down to the fill. 7 pins.
And 2 marks coming up. We're going to have some resolution here.
Winchell is working on a spare. First ball, buries the pocket. He leaves a 2-2 split. Lister does
Nice strike!
Spare on strike. 3 balls in a row. 6 fill for John Winchell.
Lister's doing it 20 at a time to start. So Winchell had 6 on the mark.
Put him at 25 after 2.
I'm missing a pin. Barnes should have 56 because... And a 10. And 10 for Winchell.
The match is shifting into Mass's side here, Greg.
8:33 to 8:21.
It's shifting into Mass's side. So anything can happen. You have very, very capable bowlers.
Obviously, the team is not called Team Massachusetts, but that's what we're calling them. C title. Winchell gets 7. Good mix. Lister, strike Phil. He's been hot.
Drop 7, you leave a bad triangle.
Triangle number 6. 6, 9, 10. Much like Caleri Mongo is also popularized as a term on King of the Palace on YouTube. A show I also hope would come back someday. Winchell just wide.
I can picture Steve Bronchuk with every spread eagle I've seen today.
Ooh, Lister almost had it.
There goes the string of marks, but he still has a chance at a perfect game.
Darn near had another 20 on top.
Right in the face, makes the happen for a 10. 45 after 4. And Lesser leaves a pen standing 68 after 4.
Still pretty good. I don't think we worry too much about that one. Let's take a look at everything. 1 mark to 1 I see.
You have a spare and a strike for...
Yeah, I have the left and right backwards, my bad, but on the way we see it from our view, Kevin, but...
Yeah, it really doesn't matter. It's all the same. P. Crawford with a half Worcester. Chris Harris.
It wasn't exactly tied first string, so the margin in this string will be the margin going into the third.
Imagine if this one ends up being tied.
Here we go.
Ooh, 2-4 on the head pin. I'm chilling Don Gills right now.
Hey, it's
There's
fair!
a spare for Chris Harris. You can also find the old Channel 5 shows on YouTube.
Oh, yes. Crawford got a good out there. That's turning 4 into 8 and get a 46 half. You can see it on Wolfman numbers. I forget the numbers.
I forget the numbers.
Longtime YouTuber, and of course Alley Chat, which Alley Chat will also have the final match. Right now is the quarterfinals you're watching here. Semifinals up next as soon as this match is over, and then the final match will be on Alley Chat. To be clear, the semifinals coming up next will also be on Candlepin Bowling Network.
Yeah,
9 drop for Harris.
Yeah, it's funny. Bob and I didn't bet high enough to get the final match this year.
Big 9 by Harris. That closes the margin right up.
Okay.
I tried getting the rights to do the final match, do the whole entire Worlds, but
It's there. Harris spares, and this could be a tight horse race again.
and 9 for Crawford.
Strange 9. He didn't expect to get that pin. Fuller and Barnes.
It's like I said, I wish we could do the finals, do the whole entire thing, but Bobby and Paul have been working extremely hard all week to bring all the matches. But during the playoff,
Paul's been losing his voice a bit, but by the power of, bottled water and these protein shakes and granola bars, we're going to power through. Gosh darn it.
that's his model. Oh, Spirit Eagle for Brian Fuller Jr. And as Steve Armstrong would say, how does that happen?
Oh, no. Oh, people. Tell me, how does that... Oh, and look at this. Austin Barnes, he throws a good ball, and what does he get? He gets 3. Oh, you talk about Candlepin bowling.
I just had to. I'm pretty sure Dennis Nuzzle and Dave Allen would appreciate that.
That's 10 for Barnes, which picks up 2 in the process.
And Brian Fuller picks up 8 after his how does that happen ball.
That's pretty good, all told. Again, pinning is neck and neck right now. Marks are also neck and neck. It's 28 to 27.
Oh, jeez. That's even worse.
Yeah.
That's the 1 and the 5 for Austin Barnes.
Big hit, 2 tapped. Fuller's got a chance here. Marias has that 1 extra mark, but slightly higher fill quality for Team Massachusetts. Out of Leda Lanes in Nashua, New Hampshire.
Oh, almost conversing. Now, if Steve Bronchuk were here, he would have been on the floor crying after that punch on the 1 and the 5.
Spare for Fuller, his second.
And a 10 for Austin Barnes after a brutal punch up.
Very good. He's only lost the 1 pin Barnes has.
Mass is up by 10 in the match with a couple fills to go. Hall of Famer Craig Holbrook and Nick Leach are on the line. Nick goes wide left, wide right, takes out the back triangle. Holbrook
It's all there on the second ball.
drops 9. I thought that was going to be a split.
Had it been, Leach would have had the better lead, but no. Holbrook with a great pocket shot for a great big chance. Leach is in there and he's got it! The bounce back!
Plays the wall. 10.
Spare and spare. See, as long as you don't hit the head pin the wrong way, it's still available there.
Exactly.
Leach bounces back, makes the shot on the second ball. Didn't lose any count on the previous spare. Hey. You talk about candlepin bowling.
Seven in the mark for Nick. Leads to 1, the 2 in the 7. Holbrook leads another Chesapeake.
Plus the 10, actually, which is very unusual. Usually that pin pokes out, but it actually bounced in front of the 10. Unusual. 1-3-7, here it comes. Just away, ball's back.
The ball
Head
goes
pin
back.
gets it.
The head pin gets tripped by the ball.
But the gutters are not flat, so the ball stays put. Sorry, could not resist.
Holbrook with a nice offer misses the head pin. Nick is worried about hitting the ball. They're going to go down and move that ball. You almost have to.
Absolutely. You don't.
Why not?
That'd be a great way to ruin your worlds, just come away
Yeah.
with damaged equipment.
Yeah, they're going to remove that bowling ball.
And it could ruin the string as well, you know. If it's on the plate, it has to be removed, but if it's in
If
the
it's
channel,
in the gutter, it really doesn't have to be removed.
not necessarily.
But it's actually bowler's choice. If you want the ball to be removed, you can remove it. But if the ball is on the plate, it has to be removed.
As a mediocre bowler myself, I would always like it removed. I'll get it myself. I don't mind. I just don't want it there.
That's
That's
why Nick wanted the ball moved, because it probably would have messed him up on the shot. And Holbrook finds the upright.
Oh, that's 6.
For a 6 points. 303 to 293. It's now coming down to the fields of Bobby Witt and Matt Soucy. Matt is working on a spare, and Bobby Witt is working on a strike. We had not seen a double strike yet, folks.
Just confirming, yes, 897, 915. I did the old get it backwards routine, but there we go. Spare fills a piece. Soucy first.
3 on the spare.
Held out one finger, perhaps, fearing the dreaded lemon drop. Strike Phil, Whitcomb.
Well, he got it.
It's still working.
Yep,
Still working.
2-1 split. Matt has a spare lead. Just misses the head pin. The 1, the 3, and the 4.
Doesn't want to give back that 6 box. He can't, strictly speaking.
You almost have to make it up.
Spin the wood! Whitcomb.
Nice bid, though.
And good pins. 9 on the strike.
Now it becomes a guide. It was going, if they're flattening out, that piece of wood is okay, but it's more of a guide. You don't want to touch it, and he doesn't.
So he picks up 11 all told. 9 on the strike, Phil, and 10 versus 8 on the third ball.
This is a tight match. 10 pins.
Picking up his teammate.
Let's not forget, we were tied. Half whistle for Matt Soucy. We were tied going into the second string. So right now, this is an important string for both teams.
It's there.
Go for 2, Matt. Bobby Witt has a spare leave.
Last time Soucy ran into the situation, it was the Atlantic Candlepin Singles Tour.
Spare for Bobby
Spare!
Witt.
And he slowed his delivery down and it helped out. Hopefully he'll be able to make a similar adjustment here. That's 7.
And Matt Soucy went through the uprights. All right, so we have Joey and John Winchell up. Joey is on lane 18. John Winchell is up on lane 17.
Lister has been having such a good string. Strike, spare, strike 9, then a 9 box. Looking to get that started again.
Have to get that going again. If you want to keep your lead up, you got to get that going again.
That's not bad.
That's not bad. That's not bad. Is the head pin going go? No, almost a backdoor strike, Greg. Winchell
Also not bad.
Not bad, but he does have a sleeper in the back.
Again, the head pin's available for both.
Headpin for a spear for Joey if he hits it. Ooh, just missed.
Thought he had a guide available there as well. Obviously, he's aiming for the pin, naturally, but thought he was going to get a little more help than that. Winchell has a tough one. These back pins have been pesky, but Winchell runs it down.
That's going to help. That's going to put him back in the. That gives him the lead.
Nine's not bad as noise breaks out on the Academy versus Harry's match.
We will get an update from Anthony Karen pretty soon.
Winchell with a chance for a 60 half.
77 half, 77 and a half for Joey. Joey just misses. Almost another backdoor. As the 1 and the 10, favorable wood.
Winchell's there. Winchell's on it. How is that? How is that? 9 pin
Get over. It
is
was
halfway
leading.
down.
It was leading. It's still rocking.
But on the spare, 9 is fine. Lister gets jammed up.
Well, I don't want to make this remark. 9 is fine, but have a glass of wine, but it's too early in the morning for that.
Wood stuck its tongue out. Winchell is getting such good action on the head pin. The wood is sitting nice and pretty, and he does not miss. Get over, thank you. Lister gets 10.
Well, like you said, 9 is fine, but it's too early for the glass of wine. It's only 10:30 in the morning.
Let's take a look here. Look at all the spares on Team Maria's sub side.
This is so close. 3 pins in favor.
But Maria's is going to blow it apart now, probably. We've seen their issues with bonuses before, but if they can really start putting some together like this could be a different story very quickly. And Harris gets 8.
It's leading. P. Crawford. Well, P. Crawford has like a check mark, but it's more out.
Blank is there.
Harris makes it to even touch the wood.
That's 3 in a row, and that's a nice shot there. He don't play no wood. Crawford gets the spare.
Who needs wood? Play it clean. If you can play it clean, you want to play it clean. But the wood is there just in case. But I don't think it would have gone with that wood.
One string still to go after this, but right now Maria's growing an advantage. Winner moves on to face luck.
Crawford, 6 fill for Harris. Harris has a 3-1 split that can go.
All right.
Up and over the 10 pin. A little full, but nothing you can do about it. He just missed the object pin. Just missed.
Connection should be good, folks. I saw a scary disconnect notice, but I think our stream is still working just fine. 9.
Crawford, respectfully.
All right.
3 for the game. It's 380 to 370.
Oh, I see the Ethernet's getting messed with.
What? Fuller Jr. is working on a mark. Fuller puts 5 in the spare. 4 horsemen plus the 8 pin. Arson's looking to get back into thin hit, very thin hit.
Needs these pins here. Barnes has a chance, would want to close this gap.
Fuller with a 9.
Prudent 9. Going slightly left, making sure we get it all. Enough pins to just stay in it. Barnes good out. Picks up a pin in the process, and he's only left the 1 still to this point after 3 consecutive 10s.
I think he wants that second ball back because he made this shot. Fuller Jr. is on lane 18, first ball. In the pocket, and a strike.
Oh, baby, Fuller's third strike of the day. Barnes!
Barnes leads a trying.
Aye, aye, aye. What's available?
This king, though. The 5, 7, 8, 9. A piece of wood.
It's there, folks. We see it. If he can sneak on that red line. Not there. It's so tough for Austin Barnes because his ball breaks left to right, so it's tougher to cross over and sweep the wood the opposite direction. It's against the grain. 8.
8. Not a bad out in that one.
A lot of 10s. I don't think we worry about that 8 too much.
But
Oh.
look at this total. 6 pins in the match.
16.
Hall of Famer Craig Holbrook is up.
2 marks working for Maria Subs. We'll see Whitcomb and Winchell after Holbrook. Both on marks.
Holbrook in the pocket, drops 8. Nick leaves.
The other Chester Cove.
Yeah. The check is on the left side rather than the right.
He's got that left to right break, so the pocket's available for Leach. Like I said, it was tough on the last one.
Craig Holbrook cherries the 2-pinner.
This is tough too, but he's got to get on it. Went on the outside, so effectively a crossover. Moore's there. Can still pick a pin.
Signing this string.
Looks like our internet dithers in and out just occasionally. Sorry, folks. I am recording it as well, for what it's worth, in case the outage becomes too terrible. Looks like we're doing pretty healthy right now. Holbrook with a healthy hit here and a chance with the 4-pin. And gone!
Over. He needed that. He needed that.
Holbrook's third of the string, and he can crack into 1.
3 marks in the
Hey, it's Mayor! What a good shot by Leach!
This is a real good string here, Greg. Real good.
Yeah. Holbrook needs count on this next spare, to your point.
While he's having an off game, this is very on Craig Holbrook.
Had a 373 in the last match.
Tied Bobby Wood with the 145.
I mean, Holbrook's still on pace to do roughly that anyway.
Oh, 4 fill. 4 fill for Bobby Whip. Matt with the 3. Bobby Whip has the Glary plus a good friend. Oh boy. High-low jackpot's the 8.
Not bad!
Matt almost converts, at least the 2.
Whitcomb needs these pins here. Still tough with the middle road. And we are live again. Okay. Whitcomb is 6.
drop.
I'm in disbelief looking at this. It's 36 marks for Maria Subs and only 30 for Team Massachusetts, and yet the match is not out of hand at all.
No, it's not.
There is a 2 marks to 1 advantage for Maria, so we haven't seen the full extent of their count. Not a bad bid by Whitcomb. Hey, what a shot by Soucy! Jumps the pin across for his 3rd.
Well, I guess when you're the doctor of Candlepin bowling, I guess you can make shots like that. 9 for Bobby Witt, 108.
Just what the doctor ordered, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Yep. The apple, give the bowling pins an apple, the doctor will stay away.
We'll see if these bowlers can continue to hum some apples.
Well, I think this time of year you want to hunt turkeys.
I want that contact to be plumb. Oh, that's more of a British expression. Not sure if it's a Canadian one. I don't think so. I think it's firmly on the other side of the pond. Winchell, big strike!
Speaking of turkeys, oh, Joey almost answers.
Winchell's first strike. Lister already has 3.
Winchell's already at 200 for his right in the face for a mark. 97 after E.
Always a good sign when your teammates start cheering the instant the ball is like halfway down the lane.
You just know.
Like, you know?
You already know. There's really no big strings here other than Fuller's 135, other than Leach's 146. Fuller is in a close second with the 135. Winchell looking for the double. Oh, he leads a nasty split. 4 and a 10.
Not the first time that's happened. Big hit! 9 drop for Lister. Winchell could get up to 9 with this. Wood could carry him off here. Right tip, Kevin?
Yeah, if you go, you gotta keep it on the lane. You have to keep it on the lane. Right tip.
Yes, he did. Well, it's down. Count it.
Well, he did hit. Well, he did hit it.
You never.
Well,
That could matter.
well, he did hurt the pin.
It's funny, but it could matter.
It's not in the strike though. That's what matters.
Especially when the opponent doesn't mark, keeping the margin.
Right in the kisser for Winchell. 113 after 8.
Pow, right in the kisser.
And Lister misses, and he's at 115.
Take a look. 2 marks apiece. That looks right to me. 1,091, 1,063. You're absolutely right.
Now you
Anchors are doing work here. Look at this.
It's the anchors that are carrying it.
Crawford's there.
Crawford.
Sorry to step on that.
Harris with a 6 drop. I actually like Crawford's better because I don't like how.
Let's see. Goes high, cap. Sidewall, 9
And
stands.
Crawford can't believe it. He thought he had it.
No mark for Harris.
And 9 for Crawford, 90. Harris is already over 100. He's at 109.
Good shooting.
Full Jr. is working on a strike. You have Holbrook working on a spear. 2 spears on the other side for Nick Leach and Matt Soucy. So it's still anybody's ball game. I mean, it's not out of reach.
Good count versus not. Or another big shot like that. Crawford goes 11.
Crawford did throw a double last night, so let's see if he has another one in the tank.
Wouldn't that be something? Shoot it across, and Wood falls right off the deck. Chris Harris got it. These fractions are getting ridiculous. 15/16 across the way of the plate. Score at 10. 119 for Harris. 2-string total 238. So actually, it's 119, 119.
238.
Easy as you like.
Crawford is at a 100 even right now. He's at 219 plus 2 balls.
Strike in the 10th. Here it comes.
Nope.
Needs one final ball here. As much count as you can.
This can go.
What's behind the 4?
And the 4 is wobbling, but it can go. He went for the he went for the A plus rather.
A good realistic shot there, absolutely.
108 for a 227 after 2. This is closer than, this is so pretty close. Actually, Greg.
Harris 1 strike 6 spares, 9 pins lost. Crawford 1 strike 5 spares, 13 pins lost. It's mostly that extra mark giving Harris the advantage.
And here's Austin Barnes. Austin drops 9.
Needed that, had 2 spares to start. Good pinning since.
Full's working on a strike. Junior very, very thin. Oh boy, look at this miss. Side saddle triangle on the 7-10 split.
Well, he's got an obvious spot to go to at least blast pins down on the strike. Spare!
104 plus a ball.
Barnes working on the bookends of the string. Spin it over! Did Fuller get it all?
No, he loses the 10 pin. The 10 pin shook. It was hit. It was going to go down.
But a stylized 9. And now 10 bucks. It's been a while since I mentioned, so we'll mention. My name's Greg Gouillart. I'm alongside Kevin Burns, admin of Candlepin Chat on Facebook. And we're here on Candlepin Bowling Network on YouTube and sometimes on Facebook as well. Do remember to like and subscribe by hitting the buttons you see on the video here. Either way, thank you so much to everyone here and abroad watching. We greatly appreciate you.
And Arson with a funny 6. And Fuller with a strike.
Again? My
Yeah.
goodness. 4 strikes. Barnes thought he had a shot at that. Stubbed into that cap, unfortunately, I think. So it would just stymied him.
You have Josh Rio warming up on lane 13. I wonder if they're going to sub somebody out for Team Mass.
Barnes was the substitute last time.
Fuller Jr. has 2 balls to fill his strike. He's at a 113 plus. He's at a 103 plus 2 balls. He threw a 135 his last string. Fuller Jr. 8-pin drop. The wood does get hit, but he's coming back towards the plate, nowhere near the 6 and 10.
There's a strike on the board finally. 113 plus 2.
Yeah.
Indeed, plus 2.
A 123 for a 258. Arson Barnes went 119 to a 237 after 2 strings. Maria Sub is in the lead by 35 pins.
Here we go.
Nick Leach with a big 8 fill. That's going to help.
We'll see if that gains an advantage. Good start. Holbrook to respond. Wants this one. He's got the head pin. Yes, he got a big count this time. It's 9. And a chance for more for both.
Here at the Worlds, you can sub out. As Rick Leach makes the spin, you can sub out if you have a bowler that is struggling. Oh, Holbrook just went wide left. He was right there too, just missing.
Possibly consequential is
Always on the 3rd ball.
so much easier on that one.
9 times out of 10, yes. Holbrook is at 98 after. Okay, I have an update here.
Here comes Leach on a spare fill first. If I may, 8 drop.
All right, Greg, I got an update here. Academy Lanes lead Harry All-Stars by 12-10 to 10-87. Jeremy Seahorn threw a 140.
Got some 150s earlier. There's some sharp shooting there. That was 123 pins, something like that?
Yeah.
Spare!
And Leach with another mark.
What was that about substituting? 3 in a row. Holbrook gets it.
Well, it's like I said, I saw Josh Rio.
Count it.
Josh Rio is warming up for Mass at the moment. I think he's probably going to come in for either Pete or Austin. Let's not forget, a big match is coming up next.
Last ball.
In a 6.
128.
Let's not forget, there's a big match coming up right after the next string. It's going to be the winner of this string versus Lucky Strike. Winner of that match advances to the finals. 110 for Craig Holbrook. Very on Holbrook-like.
He had 4 spares. He was on there.
Holbrook with a 238 to Nick's 274 after 2 strings. And it's still a very close match. Not on a spare. Joshua Cleary. 10 pin is wobbling.
And that's on a spare. He would have liked it to drop, but it's 5.
Oh, Bobby Witt with an 8 drop. Half-pin falls backwards. Matt on the Cleary can't convert.
Two pinners here for Whitcomb. This will be a big one. Just one.
Just showed it.
Ooh.
In a
Count
8
it.
for 8 for Matt. That does bring him back closer.
10 here. We'll take a look real quick at the pinning stats. It's still within 4 on the pinning department, but of course, if the margin stays this tight, that could easily matter.
But it's still a very, very tight match, and you still have your anchors to go.
21 pins the gap right now.
And Matt just put an 8 into that gap.
2 marks, you close the gap right away.
Yep.
2 marks with big count, albeit not guaranteed. We've seen so far here at Academy Lanes.
We do have a couple of bowlers warming up to come in for that
Gone!
with the spare. 102 plus the ball. Bobby Witt. Can he make this shot?
Yes!
He does. What a shot. 128 plus 1. Both working on marks. This is still a very, very close match, folks. It's only 21 pins. That's Soucy with a 6th fill for 108. Bobby Witt punches an eagle. Good place to leave that for 132.
252 for Whitcomb total, 217 for Soucy total. And it brings us to Winchell and Lister. Current statistics right now, it's 40 marks to 37 in favor of Maria's subs. So essentially the advantage there. 9 strikes, 31 spares to 5 strikes, 32 spares. Lister crossed over, then yeah, see, 5 pin and everything behind it just stays put because of that. Joel, he's there full-ish.
John with a 2-on-1 split.
What on the edge of the plate, Kevin? I don't know about this.
I don't know about it either. I'm playing cap. You have to play cap on this. If you hit the red line, you're just going to 2.
Good pins for Lister.
You want to play cap because you want to try and spin that other piece of wood behind the 4 pin.
And if you play the red line, you
Going to drive it straight back. Oh, you
just missed the cap.
Just missed it. He had the right idea. He was doing what I said he was going to do, but we'll never know. And 10 for Joe, 125. And a 10 for John Winchell at 123.
It's amazing how Winchell just kind of sneaks up on you. I mean, 3 spares on a strike, and then suddenly, oh wow, he's got 130s. Quiet on the approach, noisy on the pin plate. Both of these bowlers, honestly. Lister's there. He got it in the pocket this time around. Still left the 5-pin anyway, although he got some bounce back action.
That's favorable wood.
Winchell.
All over the pocket. 2-1 split. Same leaf, but no wood. Well, actually, no, it's not the same leaf.
12-15 to 11-96 is the margin. That is confirmed. Amid all the blinky lights on the great CompuScore system here at Academy Lanes. Very old, reliable technology. Great stuff.
Just misses the spare.
I don't think spinning the gears would have worked either, necessarily. If he does that, he might have just spun back, just to get that 7 one way or another. Winchell is a devious split. No.
Academy Lanes, 44 lanes, and a brand new restaurant. Come on down and check them out. Located on South Main Street in Haverhill, Mass. Home of the worlds.
What great hosts they've been all tournament long, all week long.
A 133, a 131, and a 134. 1205 to 1223 in favor of Maria Subs. And it looks like we are.
Substitutions?
Nope, no substitutions. Actually, yeah, there will be a substitution. They're going to replace. Looks like they replaced. No, they just swapped the order from Matt Soucy to Nick Leach. That's all they did. They just switched the order. Soucy is now going to go third over Nick Leach.
Okay.
I hope that doesn't mess up our stuff. B. Crawford with a 9.
That should be all correct. Now,
And a 10 for Chris Harris. B. Crawford is going for a 10, and he has it. Mashing 10s.
oh, that's wrong.
Cluster of 5.
Oh, that's not right either.
Harris with an 8. 2 pins remaining. B. Crawford punches through. Yeah, that's all they did. They reversed the order because Matt Soucy threw a higher game than Nick. No, Nick threw a higher game than Matt. So they just reversed the order. And 7 bucks for Pete and an 8 bucks for Chris Harris.
Yeah, Leach is averaging 137 right now, so
It made sense to move those two.
absolutely having himself a day right now. This is going to be fun. Fuller. 3-4-6.
Actually, once we get an update from the
Barnes with a big hit.
once we get the update from Academy and Harry All Stars, we'll give that to you as soon as we can.
Anthony Caron doing great work there, and Bob Lee and Paul Grant with the call over there, also on Candlepin Bowling Network. Meanwhile here, Barnes spares to start string number 3.
Here on the screen at Academy, they have him listed as Lloyd. That's after Lloyd Christmas from the movie Dumb and Dumber.
So why Austin?
I don't know. He does look like Lloyd. He does look like Jim Carrey in that sense.
Oh. I am not a movie buff, I confess.
I didn't think you were.
That explains all the Christmas shouting. Merry Christmas, it's 9! Punching forward one in that 8-pin to drop 2.
9 in the spear.
Ooh, look at this shot.
Leaves a half Worcester standing.
And a spare.
Back to back.
And that's every single string where Austin Barnes has begun with 2 marks. How about that? Every
Cole
single
Jr.
string starting hot.
Cole Jr. with a 10. 20 after.
All right, so folks, so immediately you see the margin is 10 pins, and Barnes has the only spare up, of course, for the first 2 bowlers. So immediately, it's a tight game.
Okay, like I said, there was a lineup change. Matt Soucy is now bowling in Nick's Leach spot, and Leach is going to be bowling in Matt Soucy's spot. So now it's going to be Holbrook versus Soucy. Holbrook with a big hammer. That didn't take long to go.
His 9th mark of the day.
And a split for Matt Soucy.
I think Holbrook quipped like, I can't really get 9 drops, but I can do that. Getting that last 9 count on the spare really helped out Holbrook. That got a rise out of Team Massachusetts. Soucy was just wide. Thought he could have shot that wood over. Not that it's easy. 9. Hey, sound off in the YouTube chat. Where are you all watching from? Thanks so much. We've gotten some big crowds at bowling centers rooting their favorite teams on. It's been such a treat to bring this to you all, to the bowling community and to all you fans. Big hit, Soucy.
The crowd is starting to fill up because they know that the next match is a big one. Paul Grant is over here looking at the total.
Get over 5-pin. What are you doing?
The 5-pin slid over about a couple inches.
I'm not being biased. I'm just biased against the pins, folks. Spare! Soucy got it.
8 fill for Craig Holbrook. Should have been a 9 fill. Holbrook going after the 5. Yeah, moved over too much.
Stay down. So 2 marks now. Holbrook got that strike back, but again, continues to be a tight match.
It's very tight. 7, 8, 7, 10. A piece of wood on the lip of the plate. Nick with an 8-pin drop leads a 4-6 with a 6-10. Oh, trying to helicopter this might carry it. Have to play it near the cap. Oh, he went red line. Went red line and went straight back to Dan carry the 7.
Leach has it.
Spare for Nick Leach.
Looks like the lineup changes so far so good.
It's not really hurting the outcome.
Hello to you out there in North Carolina, Canada, and Maine. 8 for Bobby Witt.
Thank you very much for watching today. This is the first of 3 matches today here at the Worlds. Today's the last day for the Worlds. Winner of this match goes up against Team Lucky Strike. Bob Witt with the Clary. Nick Leach working on a spare. Was 2 in the spare.
Oh, boy. He jumped out the 2-4. How about that?
Very hard to do that.
Well, well, well. We were hoping.
We were hoping for a better film.
Well, again, it still leaves Massachusetts with those same 2 spares from Barnes and Soucy, so we're still waiting on the outcome of that. It could have been a case of instant gratification there. How's this, though?
Just
wide of
missing
the headpin.
If he hit the headpin, he would have had to line.
Could matter. Bobby Witt needs out. Needs an out here. Against the Horseman. Such a mechanical shot there, and it's perfectly executed.
Completely on the outside.
The pins did go in an unusual order, but count it all the same. $10 for Leach to match, and he's at 22.
And Bobby Witt is at 18.
California, Nova Scotia checking in as well. Good to see you all. I could see the internet blipping out every now and again, but for the most part, we've been holding on there, and we thank you all for holding on with us as well, because hope you're still holding on, because we're going down the stretch here as we try to figure out who's moving on to the semifinals.
Candlepin Bowl Network will be covering up to the semifinals. And then Chat's going to take over the finals. So please find them on YouTube so you can watch the finals.
That's right. So at this rate, it looks like we'll be on time to start the second match at about noon Eastern, 1 p.m. Atlantic, and then it'll be either
9 o'clock Pacific.
Yeah. No. We got the Atlantic time zone checking in here. I got it.
Well, we also have somebody here from California.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, Thomas. Sorry, Stephen from Phoenix.
Josh Rio had to remove a piece of Deadwood that was too far out.
Wait, Phoenix is in Mountain Time, but never was on Daylight Saving. That's right.
They never had daylight saving time.
Never have they ever, except for like reservations that are, except for reservations and reservations that aren't. It's a whole thing.
I actually heard Oregon is thinking about getting out of the changing the clocks back as well.
Paul says we have a better setup. Thank you. I'll tell Bob. We're all working hard to bring in the action any way we can so that you can see spares like this from John Winchell.
Unbelievable. They're saying that we have a better setup than Bob and Paul Grant.
Yeah. The Alley Chat is churning theirs over, and boy, did they have equipment for days. Lister gets a mark of his own, converting a 1, 6, and 10.
Well, let's not forget, Greg, we are competing with Alley Chat and all of them.
Are we, though? Hard to say we're competing when Frank is literally loaning the Ethernet cable.
Oh, yeah, true.
Where would we be without his technical ability?
We'll be doing what I had to do last night, use a damn iPad and then put it up.
Any way we can. Winchell, 7. That's 6.
Before I forget, folks, we do have a big step ladder series coming up on December 18th at Bowl Rama in Portsmouth. Mm-hmm. If you are in the area, please come out to support our bowlers who are bowling in that step ladder.
Yes, Sean Baker did qualify after we got the invitational. How about that start for Joey Lister? And he's gotten a few hot starts in his string.
All right, Nichols has to remove a ball and a pin here on lane 18.
Don't get overly excited. Yeah, he had that. Joey Lister had a strike spare strike to start the second, and now 2 spares back to back to start the third.
Well, actually, it's a 10 spare. Joey Lister has a 10 and a spare.
Was Matt double checking that wood?
That's out. From here, it looks like it's out. Probably not even touching the line, but who knows?
I wish I could have heard what John Winchell said.
Probably something not nice.
Nah.
Captain.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was too far out, like I thought.
Maybe he was begging Matt, could you cut me a break here? That wood is impossible.
Greg, just so you know, on your scoreboard, you have Lister with a 26. He's actually at a 20 and a ball.
20 a ball. How did I mess that up?
I have no idea. I think probably because you and I were joking around. P. Crawford drops 5, leads the full horseman in the 7.
So let's see. Do we have...
Chris Harris drops 7.
Score is correct. Now we have it correct. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So much easier doing it with 2 people. Divide and conquer.
Folks, if you go back to earlier this week, we had one awesome match between Hall of Famer Chris Sargent and Sean Baker.
That was great out of Portsmouth there. Spare for Harris. It is a spare, right?
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
It better
But
be.
yeah, it is. And an 8 for Pete Crawford. John, Greg, that match that between Baker and Sarge, I was here for that, doing the sound. That was an awesome match, and it was neck and neck all the way.
And Sean Baker still had himself a really good Worlds. I'll look up his average when I have a chance once we can put that 8 fill by Harris on the board. Let's see if I can pull it up real quick. And
Harris just missed.
Harris is getting a lot of lateral action on these splits. He's just not getting it across on these difficult shots.
Crawford with a 9.34 after 4. And Harris with a 9, with a 10 after 4.
Gwen also called me out for that scoring error, and hello to Portsmouth, Virginia. 3 spares working, Barnes, Soucy, and Lister.
We appreciate the help from those of you who are watching the scoreboard.
Ooh, that's 8.
8 and a mark for Barnes. Bull Jr. just off the happen.
So again, Team Massachusetts, as we're calling them today.
Instead of the inappropriate name. So we have people from out west today. We have people from Virginia. This is what Candlepin bowling needs. It needs more public. It's maybe just in New England and Eastern Canada, but we do need some more support for it. A 10 for Fuller.
For Barnes?
For Barnes and an 8 for Fuller.
We're still just...
Yeah, we have another person from Moncton.
Which I believe the Worlds is going to be at next. We think. That's not confirmed just yet.
I will not be there next year because I'm not going to have the time to go up.
I don't know if I'll have the chance to... I don't know if I'll have the chance to travel. I'm not talking about you-know-what. I'm just talking about my own life.
Yeah, me too, because I'm busy. I got leagues and all that stuff going on.
Yes, man!
Barnes is wrapping up a Christmas gift for Nash right now.
3 marks in 4 boxes.
Yeah,
Full of response.
Julia ties it.
Takes a lot of money and effort to make it out here to Worlds. It's not easy. You know? Mostly...
I just want to point out that the Ladies International is taking place up in Canada right now.
Nice.
That's a step ladder series coming up for Candlepins for Cancer. The ladies step ladder and finals are Bay 20 in Scarborough, Maine. We hope you tune in for that as well.
Soucy got 5.
Holbrook got 5. Holbrook wasn't working on a mark.
Yeah, so that was... We now have our answer. Those 2 spares we were hyping up for Barnes and Soucy were average overall. All counts all the same. 16 pins the gap.
A 10 for the doctor. And Craig with a 9.
Darn near 10. Holbrook has been almost consistently getting 9s. I mean, that's pretty much average pace right now. If anything, we're north of 9 per open box at least, so.
Greg, I hate to say, I think we lost our foot. Oh, strike from that Soucy.
We lost what?
I think we lost our floor reporter because Paul Grant has been coming back and forth looking at our match. I think Anthony is helping Bob Lee. And by Greg Holbrook. 2 strikes.
Instant gratification. You had me worried there. I thought we'd lost our signal for a second.
Last night, somebody came up to me and asked me, I hope you recorded that match because otherwise you dodged for 3 hours for nothing.
It's always terrifying, like, oh no, it's spoiled. Oh, goodness gracious, that's 2. Not on a mark, at least.
As Steve Winchell would say.
Ah, brother. Oh, and then Whitcomb buries it. Oh, look at this, people. All right. Pins required here. That's not bad.
All right, now it's starting to get interesting. Now, Marie and Sub knows that they're trying to come back. They know they got a mark.
6. That is 6 after a vicious punch out.
That's a I got a screwball right there.
3 marks to 3 right now, so it's pretty much a true 21 pin margin. Big hit! There! That's what's supposed to happen when you hit the head pin. Thank you very much.
But the problem is the last part, Nick just hit it too full.
Whitcomb.
Looking for a double. Look at that 4-pin. The 4-pin slid out of his spot.
We have had 19 strikes in this match, and none of them have been doubles. Just yet.
And these guys are professional bowlers.
I feel like it's just about a matter of time, you'd think. This is a tough split. Dix will be nice here.
Oh, he's going for it.
Ooh!
What an offer.
Got the 9 anyway.
I'm Kevin Burns alongside Greg.
Hello.
For Candlepin Bowling Network. We hope you are enjoying our video. And it looks like we got somebody from Las Vegas.
We got Duncan. We're partway there.
Well, Greg, I appreciate you getting a Dunkin' Donuts out there. And Candlepin Bowling might come out there one of these days.
Yeah, I know Phoenix Airport has a Duncan, so.
It's making its way out there.
Yeah.
So Dunkin's is not just a New England thing.
It exists in California too. I was like, oh, let's go there. And my wife was like, why? Lister spare fill is 5.
Well, I actually had a Dunkin' Donut this morning. Just to keep me awake to.
Paul Grant, I apologize. I haven't touched that granola bar yet. I'll get to it, I promise. Big hit Winchell, 8.
Well, I think we might have time to eat before our next match.
Thank goodness. Don't they need the energy too? I mean, they've been bowling all week, 11 round-robin matches plus a playoff match, so a dozen matches. This is their 13th.
But here's the thing. I'm the kind of bowler that doesn't like to eat before I bowl.
Spare!
Because it makes me tired, and I get tired very quickly. So, but everybody's different. You can do it however your body feels.
That's a nice 10 by Lister. 3 isolated pins and pick them all up. That might matter.
And the lead is 23 with.
That's confirmed, yep.
How many marks to fill? 3 for.
3 for Maria's, 3 for
Mass.
Mass.
And there's a half Worcester on the left for.
As Richie Myrick says, crunch.
A shout out to Richie Myrick.
Winchell got a piece of the head pin.
Leads a picket fence.
5.
All parallel pins. The 4, the 5, the 7, 8, 10.
Winchell might also do well with fine-tuning the angle. Maybe it's. But
So
then again,
Bobby Whitcomb made this shot last night. If you saw the video from yesterday.
never an exact science, though. I'm not one to talk.
I've actually made this myself, and trust me, it's pretty where it goes.
Which wood, left or right?
For this one, I'm going left. Actually, no, I'm actually going to go right. I'm going to try and play the cap. Try and helicopter something.
Left side, sweep it over! 5 goes in front of the 10, no mark. Good pins, though.
He did what I probably would have happened with me because my ball goes from right to left, as you know.
5.
After you covering me on Easter, you know my ball goes from right to left. So
Right.
with the way my ball works, I would have to go for the right side and try and sweep everything.
So that's a 5-pin pickup with that 10 box by John Winchell. And let's take a look at how that shakes out. There we are, folks. We're producers and commentators at the same time, so forgive us when we fumble, but 1451 to 1418 is confirmed. That is a 33-pin margin. That's a war cry, I guess. Look at all the strikes working right now. Again, matter of time, I think, before we see our double. We'll see. Chris Harris.
All right, we have a substitution here, folks.
Ooh!
Josh Rio is now bowling for Peter Crawford. Rio bowls out of Riverwalk Lanes on the Friday Night Pro League. Drops 7, leads the 3-6-10. Josh Rio bowls out of Riverwalk for the Pro League.
Has that delivery where he just sets the ball on the lane.
What a time for a substitution.
There's 8 for Harris. Rebel punches through. Got 8.
And 9 for Rio.
9, excuse me. Yep.
Rio picks up whatever Peter Crawford has, which was a 34 after 4. So Rio is actually now bowling for himself, but he just picked up 34 pins to go along for his total.
In terms of the stats, it's for the same bowler.
Yeah, exactly.
The Crawford still gets credited for his first 2. That's how they'll note it down on the scoreboard. They had substitutions in the last match. Rio was substituted out in the last one. Here he comes now as they go down the stretch.
Well, you have to go with who has the fresher on. You're down by almost single-digit pins. You need a fresher on to get you back into the match and to try and make it a little closer.
We've mentioned it.
So it wouldn't surprise me if they do another substitution to get another fresh on. And a 10 for Rio. 62 after 6 for Chris Harris. And a 53 for Rio and Crawford combined.
To your point, Kevin, it takes a lot of endurance. We've seen the action.
Try bowling on Easter Sunday. That takes more than endurance.
20 string tournament.
Yeah, you need the endurance.
Right out of the same Leda Lanes that sponsors Team Massachusetts.
And I believe Candlepin Bowling Network will be live streaming that as well.
Here's hoping. Although we could probably use some help. I mean, there's a lot of lanes that day.
But here's the problem. 3 of us bowl in that tournament that normally help produce these matches.
Oh, look at this. Fuller darn near got it. You know, what qualifies me most to work on Candlepin Bowling Network is being a terrible bowler, so I don't have that conflict.
Well, Bob Lee, myself, and Anthony Karen, we...
Oh, beauty!
7 can split. Anthony Karen, myself, and Bob Lee, we all bowl on the Easter Sunday Classic. So it's very hard for the sound guy, the executive producer, and a floor reporter to help with announcing the matches.
A lot going on here. Austin Barnes, 4 marks and 5 boxes right now.
And it's
So
now,
a chance for an 80-half.
And we have Fuller Jr. with a punch out. Leads the straight eagle plus the 8-pin.
Here's Barnes, the fill is high! It's 9 and 81-half.
They need that. They really, really need that because you just brought it back to 13 pins. Well, 23 pins. Fuller Jr. is trying to keep them from getting back into the match fully.
Throw less into more. That's how they advise
And
making.
another spin for Boston Barnes.
5 out of 6. A perfect string going as well with the 10 box elsewhere. Good sticks for Fuller. He's out for 9. God, Soucy, he could be in 140s by the time he gets up next. First, 2 bowlers on strikes, Holbrook and Soucy.
The doctor in the Hall of Fame. All right, here's Holbrook on the line on lane 18 here at Academy Lanes. First ball 2. Drops the diamond.
Soucy's explosive. He could do it.
How about a Caleri?
Second ball is important now. These aren't easy.
Both shots are not easy. You have to go either in tight on the Caleri, and you got to split.
Look at
Oh,
this!
yeah, it does! Spare on strike for Craig Holbrook.
Soucy punches through. And 6. So the fill alone gains 4 pins in advantage for Holbrook.
Soucy with the 7.
Got on the head pin.
Let's not forget, Nash still has one more strike to fill. It ain't over.
Nick Leach's.
1484 to 1513 in favor of Maria Sub.
Yeah, it's 2 marks to 1 for Team Massachusetts. I've been saying they can close the gap. They can close the gap. That's 7 for Holbrook on the spare.
I hate to say it, Mass is running out of time here. They need to stop putting lines together.
This would help. 10 pins wiggling. Wood's there anyway, no matter what. It's
And you have a pin that's too far out that needs to be removed. John Winchell is going to go down and remove it.
on the off chance anyone's new to the game. First of all, special welcome. There's a line 4 feet in front of the pin plate there.
It's supposed to be 2 feet.
2 feet, excuse me. 24 inches, 2 feet. That's it. And when the wood shoots out forward of that, got to remove the pin.
But you're not supposed to remove it until the pin starts moving.
I saw one.
Oh, what an offer by Craig.
I've seen one one bowling alley attendant just throw the wood into the pins and just ruin the frame for that bowler. Too bad. Spare!
It all depends on what kind of scoring system you have. If you have an automatic scoring system, your best bet is just to bring the pin back up and let the bowler throw it down. But if you have a scoring system like Lita does, and if you have a clear shot, just throw it back into the pit. All right, Bob Witt is up against Nick Leach. Nick Leach has a strike to fill.
I'm backwards somewhere. It should be 1526 to 1497. Why am I backwards?
I am. Leach with a 7. Bobby Witt has 6. Over on links 13 and 14, the team of Lucky Strike is warming up, trying to get ready for their match. So as they warm up, which you're going to see some extra pins fly.
Look at the wood! It hit
what
the
an
cap
offer.
first, not the red line. Had the red line hit, it could have gone. 9 drop. Still diagnosing the scoring issue there. Whitcomb gets 8. And Leach picks up a pin with that 9.
According to the scoreboard, Mass has a 15-16, and Maria Sub has a 15-35, a 15-34. So you're you're like 4 off somewhere. I don't know where.
Let's see.
Bobby Witt buries the pocket. Let it go. No. 9-pin drop leads to 4-pin. Nick Leach buries the pocket. Drops 9, leads to 7-pin. Both with wood.
That's it. 1534, 1536. We're good now.
Okay. And Bobby Witt all over him for the spear.
I want to go over bowler statistics at some point, maybe when we loop around to the next order. Make sure you all know how everyone's doing overall. Ooh, Leach is off.
How did he find that small little gap?
It happens. It's always a mystery every single time. That's the 10. $18 pins. 2 marks to 1 for Team Mass to possibly narrow the margin. John Winchell.
Check mark.
Joey Lister. Big hit.
The 7.
Yes, drops the 9. How's the wood? It shoved the 7 down. And Lister strikes for the 4th time today.
If Joey Lister can get them back into this match, you can easily make a case that Joey Lister will be MVP.
Spare. Winchell gets it.
For Mass.
Big mark for each now. Again, I've been saying we've been still waiting for that double. It may never come. We're running out of time to see that.
But yeah,
But Joey Lister could.
But we still have another match ahead of us.
Lister has so many high finishes in tournaments recently. So much series of dominance. Was like on the top of Outrun the Bear leaderboards for the longest time. He won something at Leda Lanes. Heaven help me, I can't remember what.
I don't remember.
He certainly was high up on the Easter Classic leaderboard. That's 6 for Winchell. There's big hit. Did he get it? My goodness, the pin just fell to the side of the 6.
That close to a double strike.
Oh, wouldn't that have been
And
something?
Greg, here's Paul Grant with an update for us.
Academy lanes all day, just killing. Harry's also just flat today. They were great last night, but Canal Academy lanes going to semifinals against Calvin Locke's Canadian team. Outlaw Rides next on Candlepin Bowling Network.
Back-to-back spares. One from John Winchell. John Winchell makes the check mark, and Joey Lister makes the single pin. Folks, you just heard it. Academy Lanes is advancing to the next round
Let's face the Outlaws.
to face the Outlaws. The winner of this match faces Team Lucky Strike.
And it's 3 marks to 2 all spares. That should be a spare for Lister. Everything else is correct, so no strikes working right now.
All right, here's Josh Rio. Rio drops 7.
Substituted at the start of box 4.
The 1, the 5, and the 9. Chris Harris.
Now, Harris has had so many shots like this where he's buried the head pin and gotten a vicious split. Then, follows it up with a shot that is lateral. He is hunched over in disbelief that it has happened again and hoping he can find a way to work some magic now.
I just want to thank Paul Grant for giving us the update on the Academy and on the Academy match.
Always a great colleague. I think it translates on camera, but certainly off it, that's for certain. No mark either side. Harris tried to play some wood to get it to go. Good pins, Rio.
Rio with the 9. Somehow he carried the 5 and the 9. And Chris Harris with the 9. This is it's getting interesting here, Greg. It really is.
That's right. 3 marks to 2, and you know it always comes down to the marks. The actual bonuses.
Paul Grant with
So
another.
Academy lanes up around 100 pins. They're going to win it with a couple boxes to go. They're going to take on Calvin Locke's Outlaw Rides next on Candlepin Bowling Network on YouTube. So like, share, subscribe.
Oh, strike!
And a strike for
That's Rio.
for Josh Rio. Wow, what a strike!
That was a huge hit for Harris.
And Harris almost answers with a strike of his own.
At least he got his 9 drop, and there's wood like right behind there.
Is Chris Harris related to Danny Harris?
Brothers, I'm fairly sure. I'm not sure. I've been told this. Spare. Yes, they are related, is the short answer.
Okay. Well, Paul Grant is watching our match. He's going to be updating the academy over on the academy side, so that way both live streams know what's going on here at
Right.
Academy Links in Haverhill, Mass.
And so you all folks, that's how words work. You folks all know, 19 and 20 right in front of us will feature the semifinals. We'll keep it here, Kevin and I. So you see all that. Is this it? Is this the double?
No, that would have been... no.
It's a spare fill. It's a spare fill for Barnes.
Fuller Jr. with a diamond.
Well, I got excited for the wrong reason, but it's Austin Barnes who is having an absolute blinder of a string. That's gone! 6 out of 7.
What a string by Austin Barnes. 113 plus a ball after 7.
Diamond for Fuller. On it!
Just missed.
5-pin.
Just missed. This is a very, very close match, folks.
9.
On behalf of Bob Lee and Paul Grant, Candlepin Bowling Network is bringing Candlepin Bowling back in a way that it needs. My partner Greg and I are blessed to be helping out this week here at the Worlds. Austin Barnes.
Amen. Oh! How about that to arrest momentum? Now.
This is going to get interesting. This is going to get interesting. I don't think Bob's has the right angle to make this. Oh, he's trying.
Look at this.
He's trying. He leads to 2 and a 3. This goes. Perfect work for it. Fuller Jr. a little light.
It's 3 marks to 3, folks, so the margin you see is true. That's 8 for Barnes. And 9 for Fuller. Still Barnes in the 140s, almost certainly.
And I just want to point out, ladies and gentlemen, it's now a 1-pin lead for Maria's sub with Academy, with Mass having 2 marks to fill and Marie's having 2 marks to fill.
I see 3 aside.
Soucy with a 9 fill, that's going to give him the lead, Greg.
It's 3 aside, yep. Good count, as you mentioned.
Holbrook over it. Luke drops 7.
Pinning is 5 difference, and it could matter. Soucy, spare!
Oh, what a match. What a match, Greg. Mass just takes the lead.
There is an air of intensity that is definitely starting to set in right now as we go down the final boxes of this.
You know what's going to be interesting? Chris Boville, who goes for Lucky Strike, home house is leader league. Going up against a team that's representing his house, I don't even want to know what he's thinking about that.
The guy who ran the scoreboard on Stars and Strikes.
Ran the tournament champions, too.
Soucy wants another big count. Got it. 8.
Holbrook on 17. Barry's just misses the pocket.
Good
Drops
break.
8. Drops 8. Better lead than what I thought it would be.
Better lead than Soucy, so it's...
Yeah, Soucy's can go.
These bowlers are good enough.
Oh,
Yes!
what a shot by Matt Soucy! Wow! 104 at the 8 plus a ball. And Holbrook makes his spin for 101 at the 8. It's a 23-pin lead now in favor of Mass over Maria's sub. What a string, Greg.
Let me digest it all here. 4-3 right now, so 1 mark edge for Maria's subs, but a huge visit by Matt Soucy. 2 marks to 1 to grow the advantage.
Nick Leach out the headpin. A 3-1 split. The 1, the 3, the 1, the 2, the 4, and the 10. Bobby Witt on a spare. Drops 7, maybe. Yep, drops 7 on his spare. Leaves the 1, the 4, and the 7. Nick wants to play this on. Oh, he just missed. Just missed. He tried to play it on the inside. Just missed the headpin. Bobby Witt. All over it. Ooh, just the headpin goes.
On the spot. Didn't get the pin action he was after. Nick wants at least one pin. That's good because Whitcomb has an easy path to 10.
And he also has a guy too. You can either play the wood or you can just go right after it. And he's playing the wood. But it was a roadblock to the 4-pin.
He let out a groan of frustration at that. He did not want to leave that pin.
Great, 10 pins. But you still have a mark to fill by Lister and John Winchell. Nick drops 5. He leads the 1, the 2, the 4, 6, 10. Piece of wood. Oh, there's a eagle for Bobby Witt.
Three marks to 3, so it's a true 10-pin advantage. Josh Riopel's on a strike, remember. This could matter. Yee!
Oh, what a shot. Oh, it came out of the gutter.
Good grief, Leach overcut it somehow. My goodness.
Bobby Witt takes 3 out. Takes out the right side on the eagle.
Gets applause and encouragement.
Nick with a 10. 86 after 8.
Yes, 10. Whitcomb escapes the eagle.
And it's still a true 10-pin lead match. Now it's going to be up to the fills. It's all coming down to the fills on with John Winchell and Joey Lester here.
Crowd is starting to gather on hand, including the members of Outlaws who are looking on, even though their next match will be elsewhere. No, they will be here, actually, I believe. Oh, that's right. They might flip lanes. I beg your pardon. Strike!
Up on Lester. Spin on strike. That just gave him 10 extra pins.
Take another 20 out of the ATM. Lister's doing it again. He did that at the start of the second string, and now here he goes again.
And I hate to say it, Greg, you have the 4 horsemen and the 6-10 for John Winchell.
Into the 120s, he's got 4 marks. This angle is possible, but very challenging, and it's a crossover hit for him.
He hits the head pin.
See, that's where he would be on the pocket side, but the 3-pin's not available. So now instead the head pin just flies away, and now he needs an out.
Luckily for him, the head pin stayed on the plate. He does have a piece of wood now. Yes, he had the head pin, like right on the cap, just to make this go. Just misses for a 7 mark. 88.
2 strikes working on Mass's side.
This is really, really close, ladies and gents. Joey, it's a goal!
Oh, yes!
First double strike of the day!
I knew it would! It had to be! It had to be! And Joey Lister throws such a good ball.
Wow, what a...
Could that be the moment we have all been waiting for? Winchell throws a huge hit and gets 9. Chance for his 5th mark, which he now desperately needs.
I hate to say it, this is going to come down to the last half, to the last couple boxes here.
What we have to keep in mind throughout is that Lister is going to have that double looming throughout, which is going to make a difference. 1 second, we'll show the scores up here, and then Paul.
Official score: Academy Lanes into the semifinals against. Going to go against Calvin Locke's Outlaw Rides next on Candlepin Network. They win it running away, 1854 to 1690.
Winchell actually got a $10. You see that updated on your screen now. 1702 to 1673 is confirmed. And there you see, for the first time in this match, Joey Lister with a double strike working, which is almost, which we can think of it really as 2 extra marks essentially. So Maria Subs is going to have to overcome that now. Of course.
Chris Harris is working on a spear. Yeah, Craig Holbrook working on a spear. Oh, look at this.
That's good count, 8.
But a bad split. Bad split.
All
Rio on a strike.
All eyes on Rio. Can he help the cause? 6. So he
Rio
will not
with-
double. That would have been instant gratification right there.
Rio with a full horseman. Harris makes his spear.
Good start.
99 is the start they need.
That's how you close the gap. Yes!
And Rio 20 on a strike. Wow. I don't know, Greg. This is getting interesting by the minute.
And the substitution pays off.
Maybe I should put on my shoes and warm up.
I mean, Crawford could have been due too, but Riopel on the spot.
Harris with a
6.
6 fill on his spear. 105.
That's a skipper.
Oh, he drops a big foot. You know what? He does have a piece of wood.
Strange things happen when you bounce it off the rubber foul line. Just changes that angle ever so slightly.
Especially on synthetic links.
Spare. Harris with a great shot, and he's finishing strong. 3 marks in the 8th, 9th, and 10th.
But is it going to be enough, though? Oh, what an offer by John.
Riopel had something to say about it. They're encouraging him to get the pins now. These could matter.
Anything
Lister
can
on a
happen.
Lister on a double. That's the big story right now. If he counts it well, then this.
And time for Josh Rio for 108 for Peter Crawford and Josh Rio combined for a 3-string total of 335.
Between him and Crawford, that's right.
Chris Harris with a 5 fill. That will bring him to a
120 and a 358.
120, 358 for a 3.
My bad. Sorry about that.
That's all right.
1 strike, 10 spares. 16 pins down. And Josh Riopel and Pete Crawford, 2 strikes, 6 spares, 21 pins down. 21 pins left,
Fuller
rather.
Fuller Jr. with the 5 drop. Yeah, the high-low drop to 1710 plus the. Oh, look at this. Barnes with the 7 drop. Brian Fuller went for 2.
Barnes has been so good in this string. Let's see if he can shoot this over. This is usually impossible! But when you're going as hot as Austin Barnes, anything is possible.
As Don Gill said during the match between Paul Berger and Cookie Richards, when you're hot, you're hot. And he's hot. It's at 135 plus a bus to go and a ball.
Shout out to Dale in Wyoming. Thanks for always being such a loyal fan of Candlepin Bowling Network. If you want to stay in the loop like Dale, please subscribe on YouTube by hitting the button here. It's free with a Google or YouTube account. But we appreciate all of you watching. It's been such a treat to have you all.
And a 6 fill for Austin Barnes. That brings him up to 141.
Fuller can't make, and the time is running out.
Fuller is going to end up under 100.
Yes! Yes!
We might be seeing a 150 string here.
Spare number 8 for Austin Barnes.
160 is definitely doable here.
Fuller finishes with a 356 triple. This match seems...
This match is almost over. Let's see.
Austin Barnes is taking a... Oh!
There's a lemon drop. There's a lemon drop, folks. The first lemon drop for 152 for a 3-string total of
It's ending it with like capital letters ellipses, but 152, incredible finish, and a 389.
Greg, we have Bob Lee over here. Let's see if he has an update
So,
for us.
well, the match is over. Timmy Douglas finally got his 400, but I think he would have much rather been within 100 or so pins of Academy Lanes. Will be matching up next against MCW Outlaw Rides. Winner here, of course, will be bowling against Lucky Strike on these lanes or nearby.
Yeah, I can't wait for that match, Bob.
Will they actually be switching lanes? Like, will it be the same principle of don't
They will
reuse
change
the lanes?
Yes.
Yeah,
And yeah, let's try to get a square view on that one. This one's pretty good though. This is a pretty good view.
all right.
Catching up with the scoreboard here, sorry.
Holbrook has a 118, got a 10, 7 on the spare. Soucy with a 7 for 116.
Listeners on a double. Yeah, I flipped
Otherwise
one.
it's 27, yeah.
Hall of Famer Craig Holbrook, first ball in the pocket, drops 9, leads to 6.
So essentially, it's the double strike of Lister. That's the only one working right now. Subs needs to really mark out, but Holbrook's got the leave to do it. Yes!
Over.
His 5th mark of the string and a chance to go 130s. Craig Holbrook never disappoints.
Yeah, but the old dog tried some new tricks just last week at League. He said he found a new way. He's like, he's looking at the 4 horsemen right and aiming for him, and he says it's just taking everything out. And that's what he used going into that singles win at the Pro Series.
He won the Pro Series a couple weeks ago.
But that was the same week. That was the same week that he started this new approach, and he says he's been using it ever since.
This new approach is working for him, Bob.
Lefty aiming at 4 horsemen right is tough, so good on him.
You're never too old or too good to change.
Soucy finishes up with a 123.
Holbrook big hit! There's the exclamation point! 138 for Craig Holbrook and a 376.
All right, before I forget, ladies and gentlemen.
He had a 373 last time. Kevin.
Before I forget, Chris Harris finished with a 358. Josh Rio and Peter Crawford with a 335. Full Jr. with a 356. Matt Bonds, 389. Just now, Craig Holbrook finished with a 376, and Matt Soucy missed 400 by 3 pins with a 397.
It was Leach and Soucy combined in that slot. 3 for Whitcomb. Sabres through the rack.
Nick with the 4 horsemen plus the 7.
That's what they call when the bartender like kind of takes the cork off with a knife or whatever, right? Savoring.
Yeah.
In there, the tent pin's shaking. That gets a rise out of everybody.
We have a big crowd over here right now.
No other match to watch. Why not? Leach with a spare. I'll have to check. I will check Nick Leach's combined score in just a second here. We'll watch Whitcomb's get pinned. It's 9.
Nick is already out.
So Leach, 146, 128, 74. He won't have 400, but again, he'll be close as well. Unlikely, anyway.
Joey Lister is working on a double strike. It's the first one of the match.
So, in other words, it's 17 plus.
Yeah, 17 plus. It's just a question of how high Team Massachusetts will go.
Oh,
That's how. Look at this.
A 9 kill for Nick Leach. A 105.
And a spare. Whitcomb.
Over. And
Yep. That's gone as well. And both bowlers with a chance for 120.
back-to-back spears.
Well, Kevin, just remains to see how high Joey Lister will go with this double strike here.
It's going to be interesting to see what happens. It's only a good ball.
Not mathematically over yet, but very, very unlikely at this point. 7's pretty good for Whitcomb.
For Bob Whitcomb for a grand total.
6 is fine. That protects Nick Leach's 121.
A 369 for Bob Witt and a 338 for Nick Leach. All right,
Scores are
folks.
confirmed, 18-19 to 17-94. Double strike working for Lister. And again, folks, we'll see another match in just a moment here. I believe it will be Outlaws facing the Team Academy, yes, on this lane, pair of lanes. We will, of course, have that for you soon.
That'll be on our side.
Okay. But both matches will be on Candlepin Bowling Network just as well, and then Alley Chat with the final following that in turn. That's right, because they're not reusing the lanes.
On the double strike.
Double fill. Oh, it's a good one. So that 6 effectively counts twice. We'll put that first 6 on the board so you see it here.
Now bring him at 116 after 8. But it's going to be a lot more than that.
And 106 through 7.
Oh, is it going to go? Is it going to go? Oh, it's
9 on the second strike.
And 9 on the second one, so it's 125 through 8. Effectively 15 bonus pins.
and Mass is moving on to face against Lucky Strike. What a match, folks.
It is mathematical.
It's mathematically impossible. You need a triple strike and it's not going to happen. It could happen.
And folks, so what we'll do is we will turn the stream off, allow them the chance to bowl. We'll reset our setup, and then I expect that the next matchup will be starting in just a few minutes' time. Easiest way to be notified is just to hit subscribe and the subsequent bell icon, and that way if you're on YouTube, you'll get a notification for when we do flip the switch for both our upcoming matches.
Probably Paul Grant and Anthony Karen will have the call for the match, for the next match on their side.
400 alert. Joey Lister making the spare. Give him a chance at 400. Ooh. Can he do it? Oh, no. And he will end up with something in the neighborhood of 394, 395. Winchell 10 to complete a 352.
And a 10 for Joey Lister for 145 for a total of 395. Folks, the scoreboard is up and it is correct. It is a win for Mass, and they're going to move on to face against Lucky Strike here on Candlepin Bowl Network. I'm Kevin Burns, along with Greg Gouillart. We hope to see you at the next match.
Thank you very much. We'll leave the scoreboard just a little longer and then sign off.
Yep.
2 near 400s. How about that?